on my scanning ass fella's eye, spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going at Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at, stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, going at Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
Hey, is everybody on track? Cause this Friday ain't black. Cause we ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. Well, I stand up and never quit. We ain't buying shit. From the 25th of November to the 5th of December. Remember, we ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. This Friday ain't black. Cause we got each other's back. We ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. We ain't buying. We ain't buying shit. Shaka Khan.
And now another anti-ruckus rant brought to you by the community. Viewer and audio discretion is highly advised.
The community wants to take the word and hold up hoes, whores, OF people, people who put out STD-named lip gloss, people who have slept with anybody and everybody at any time, people who talk about the AB clinic like they go into McDonald's, people who just say whatever comes to their mind, people who make songs about scamming, people who like people to pee on them, people who like to hang out with people that could be ABCD, but because they have enough money, it's okay. And then say that that's woman empowerment. So to be a whore is woman empowerment, and that's who runs the community. Y'all stand up for whores, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. People like Tigger go along with it. Eddie Winslow, whatever his name is, allegedly goes along with it. And people are talking about white people are the problem. Colors, white people are not the problem. I don't care, say what you want, white people is not the problem with the community. It's the fact that black people listen to famous people with yellow hair, pink hair, blue hair, nose rings, eye rings, tongue rings, lip rings, cheek rings, throat rings, boob rings. That's the problem. Liberals, progressives, and Democrats, that's the problem. Unfortunately, it always comes back to political, because none of these people have subscribed would be a conservative person, even though black people are supposed to be conservative. And I still would like someone to answer the question. I know it's not a video that people are liking. That's okay. It's still there to watch. Which ancestor would come back today and say, thank you all for continuing my legacy? Which one? Name them. Which one? Name them. Will come back today and say, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for continuing all my hard work. You're doing spades, child. Y'all are doing spades. So glad that I risked my life so that you all could become fucking whores. Whores don't run my fucking life. They do not run me or my community. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers that don't make any sense. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can listen to caricature all the fuck you want to. Fuck that nigga. You can listen to that funky tether over there that's telling you to your face that Democrats ain't done shit for you, and then turn around and say, keep voting for them. And then you want to turn around and act like white people are your problem when you got all these niggas in your face lying to you, and you still believe them. And then you'll make some fucked up excuse because you fucked up and say, but white people do it too. But black people do it too. And yet black bitches always looking at white people for what the fuck it is that they do and then turn around talking about racism. Make it make sense. I still ain't seen to where, child, what is her name? Blonde hair. Child, the ESPN ex-person, child. You know what I'm talking about.
In the state of Pennsylvania, politics can be very messy, pun intended.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a nigga, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a nigga, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga. Oh, yeah.
See my man.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
And they
No, it's nothing to take care of you because I've been in long-term relationships where I was taking care of a man and the man, you build a man up just for him to really tear you down. What? Like, I don't really care what a man could bring to the table. Like, but don't be broke thinking you about to come use me for my Amazon money.
Girl, what the fuck?
We like free stuff. Huh? So we came out here to get all this free stuff. Huh? But then the call saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
It is difficult. You don't go blind because you married. I see titties and booties every day. I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day. Brothers, y'all gonna leave me out here? I need the men to stand up and say amen. If you ain't said that, all sir.
Let the church say amen.
Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day. Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and
Wait, the wing makes go.
What kind of shit is that?
booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, titties and titties and titties and every day. Booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and every day. Titties and booties, 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 titties and booties. I need the men to stand up and say amen. y'all gonna leave me out here? Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day, titties and booties.
And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know what. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. Okay. Now, I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. What is for credits? I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
And we are live. Hey there, besties. Happy Sunday, y'all. We are back. Shout out to y'all that are here. If you're on replay, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Happy Sunday morning. There's too much going on, y'all. We got a lot to cover. Now, listen, I ain't planning on being here no damn 5 hours because I do want to come back later because, child, we got to do ladies night. I'm looking through all the crap that I have and we have to do ladies night. I'm telling you. So I'm going to try to come back later and take care of that. All right. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Hiram. I was just thinking like I haven't seen you in a while. So welcome back. I don't know if you've just been in the bushes. We know how you do. But you know, it's always good to see you. You are welcome. Shout out to Blade. I see you, boo. Hard working millennial right there. Gen Z, you get a rest from me today, but tomorrow it's on and popping. The roast continue of Generation Z because they can't work 5 hours a week. You got this man working well over 60 some hours a week doing the damn thing. So are so many of y'all that are much older than these Zs and they still whining and complaining. It's too hard. Oh my God. I can't do it. Wrong one. Or maybe it's the right one. Anyway. Yeah, child. Andrew Tate has been arrested again. Lord help your people. Nolan Webb updates. Wait, is that his name, child? I cannot keep up. It's too damn much. I might have to update it because I didn't check because I be getting the names wrong. Child, y'all know who I am. Y'all know how I do. Is that his name? Shit. Wells. Child, hold on. I don't want to hear nobody's shit. Hold on a second. It's just too much. You might not let me do it. But don't say I didn't try. I be trying. Oh well. Yeah, it ain't gonna let me do it. So ain't like I didn't try. So there you go. Wells. All right. Anyway. So he there's updates, but not really an update because child ain't no updates because don't nobody know nothing, but everybody swear they know something. And of course, crime is down as always. You all should feel safe knowing that crime is down, right? And there's a passport bro failure on the rise. All right, so this is gonna be a long ass show. All right, so get your minds right. Y'all should be in church though. So I'm gonna have the Lord pray for y'all. Y'all over here with this foolishness. Y'all supposed to be in church. What I'm gonna do with y'all? Let me give you some good news. We gotta get started. Let me give you some good news. Hold on a second. Y'all don't seem to want to send me any good news. So child, I gotta find it my damn self. Y'all ain't shit. Shout out to the chat though. Best chat on YouTube. They are half damn crazy all the damn time. Get into the daggone chat because that's half of the daggone show. All right. So over here on Instagram, it says library dads. I didn't even know there was a thing. Shout out to library dads. Library at all. Because enough people don't even be going to the damn library. Y'all already know. Thank you, Second Wind, for the red card. I appreciate you. Child, these things are so funny. They're so funny. Hold on a second. I don't know how this keeps doing this. My computer is driving me nuts. All right, it says, amazing day for the library dads. This is what a Saturday morning looks like when fathers who believe in literacy and community get together. Thanks to everyone who came out to our 2026 Ultimate Library Link Up. Now, if Generation X is here, which I know y'all are, we had to go to the library. We had to go to the library. We had to learn the Dewey Decimal System, the card catalog, fish, all this. We had to read magazines. You remember where the magazines used to be on a long pole, and they used to put the middle of the magazine, and then you had to take that whole pole and go get the magazine. You had to check everything out. A library card, an actual library card. I've only taken my oldest to get a library card. Now that I'm thinking about it, I got to take the rest of them. Now you go there and you go to the library today, and it's not as big as it used to be. The library that I grew up in was humongous. We spent hours there. When they talk about what can these kids be doing, go show them the library, okay? Because the library was huge. We used to go there just to go there. We used to go there to read. We used to go there to do projects, like if I had a book report due and stuff like that. They used to have activities at the library. If you read so many books, then you got a bookmark or you got something, right? Those are things that matter to us. So while you got these people out here whining and complaining about a bunch of shit that don't matter, some laziest of the laziest people in the world, Generation Z, this is the part that y'all don't want to recognize that we actually did do. We researched. That's what it was called. We knew how to go find out information, which I think is one of the reasons why there are more successful Generation X's than there ever has been. And even though we were to the slave, like the person said yesterday, we recognize in order to get, you got to do. And even when it came to our education, our parents was not going to let us just sit here and whine and complain and get stuff and not do no work. Okay. So going to the library was fun. It really was fun as far as I'm concerned, because I used to love reading. Plus, I always wanted to, I remember Encyclopedia Brown is one of the series that I used to read, and I wanted to read it from beginning to end. Also, Sweet Valley High, from beginning to end, and every single Judy Blume book that Judy Blume has ever made, because, child, we girls needed some help. We needed some help because, listen, our moms, I don't think mine wasn't anyway. I ain't gonna speak for nobody else. Our moms was not telling us about sex. I'm gonna tell you that, okay? So we had to learn it and we had to go read. So we read about it. And then when we went to school, we had those troll book things, which I posted one time. And I loved for when the troll book thing came out, because my mom would always let me buy books. And if I could slip in a pencil in there or a pencil holder or something, she might let me get that. So she was always down for books. She was always down for reading. She was always down for the library and all those types of things. I don't think that parents do that stuff anymore. I don't think they push their kids to do stuff like that. And to see something like this, and then of course there's you sassy straights doing it, I see that as a positive thing, because y'all gets no credit for nothing. So here you go. See, I see it's in the ATL, but I'll save TLA for later. You see how young these kids are too? Babies, which is when I say for the trolls that I'm sure are here will be here soon, because I'll be talking about Nolan Wells. This is me telling you what needs to be done in order to improve the community. Okay. Reading is fundamental. I know you don't know how to spell it, but just enunciate it, just phonetically say it, and then put it in the damn Google for that and figure out what that means. because y'all not trying to teach your kids things that are important. You would rather teach them about Sexy Red and Child Spend That. Y'all would rather fight for that, excuse me, instead of making sure that your babies know what the hell a library is, know what a book is, know how to comprehend. Because we see, shout out to Philly, your kids don't know anything. They can't read. They don't understand. And that is a recipe for disaster. Bill Cosby done told y'all this. You didn't want to listen to him. I've told it several times here. You don't want to listen to me. But you would rather waste your life hours worrying about white people and what they doing in racism and say that I'm a white supremacist when I'm telling you, you need to get your fucking kids and you need to go ahead and make sure that they know how to read. Even if you don't, take them to the library. They got plenty of opportunities in there, I'm sure, to help you and your spawn learn how to read. Because half of the battle is if you can't read, you are going to be asked out. If you cannot read, you are going to be asked out. Because you'll be led, because you're not going to go read, so you'll be led by people like the blogs and the race hustlers. We're just going to go ahead and call them the race hustlers. You just listen to what they say. You don't look at anything for yourself because you don't read. You don't want to read. You're too lazy to read. Your Generation Z already is lazy. I'm pretty sure they don't read. They just talk to Siri. And they don't talk to Siri or ChatGPT about anything important. It's okay to be able to read and speak properly. But you know what you get for that, y'all? Because I've been getting it all my life. You think you white. Fine. You talk like you white. Okay. I actually talk like I have some damn sense. And while I can be Ebonic, I know how to act where I need to act. Okay. And my mother would not allow me to talk hood, ghetto, ebonically, whatever you want to call it. It was not allowed. It wasn't even allowed in my family when I think about it. My aunts wouldn't allow me to talk like that either. Not that I ever did, but they wouldn't allow it. I already know. I'd be smacked in the mouth real quick. Or it'll be a look given to me like, girl, I know you out of your black ass mind. You better get it together. Who hasn't heard, I will slap you in the next week? Generation X. I will slap you in the next week. Today, if somebody says that, they'll be trying to call daggone Child Protective Services saying, oh my God, they threatened me. And y'all allowed this. Not y'all. But you know what I'm saying. Y'all allowed this shit. And so that's why we where we are. And y'all gonna allow it to continue. And guess where that came from? White people. Not to slap you in the next week. I'm talking about the fact that what you can't do with your own damn kids. But then y'all take the shit too far. So I don't know what to tell you. But the only thing I can tell you, and I know is true, you need to make sure that your dumbass kids know how to read. So if you don't know how to read, why don't y'all do a class together, okay? Just giving you a tip for well, what are you doing? I'm letting you know, okay? You take it or leave it, I don't give a fuck. Mine know how to read, and my grandchildren are going to know how to read well as well. But that just reminds me, I got to make sure I get the other three to the library with a library card. But anyway, shout out to the dads down in the ATL. Positivity. There's your positive moment of the show. Shout out to Dane in the building. I appreciate you. He said, Mrs. Hyena Slayer, salute. Good morning. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the show. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. Shout out to JP. JP, you know they call it Chopped and Screwed, the video that you made for me. Thank you so much, boo. Thank you for the support. He said, it's too early for your nasty ass. What I do to be talking about humongous polls? Oh my God. You know what I'm talking. I know you know what I'm talking about. Getting self-study Judy Blume books about sex. It is what it is. We had to learn. See, we had our issues too. Y'all always act like it's only y'all that had issues with your parents or your mothers. We had issues too. But going to the library, I can at least acknowledge, unlike a lot of other people, the positive things that my mother has done for me. With all the things that she did wrong, she did plenty of things right. And one of the things that she did right is foster a love of reading for me. I don't know about my sister, but definitely for me. But I think me and my sister, I think my sister is a biker. I don't know where she get that from. That must be her white side of the family, child. But she also is a traveler too. She just travels the whole United States. So shout out to her, which I was supposed to come to the ATL with her on Labor Day weekend, but y'all, I think I'm going to go to the Bahamas instead. Oh, here we go. This thing's starting to act up. It turned off. We had a bad storm around here. I don't know how many people had a bad, I think it was a tornado warning. I don't know if there was actual tornado and all the power went out. Like, it was bad. It was raining like crazy. So everything turned off because the power went off, and now this machine here is acting up. So I might not have too many of that, too much sounds today. But anyway, so was I saying? Yeah. She's gonna be in the ATL, and I was supposed to go with her for Labor Day weekend, but I'm thinking the Bahamas sounds much better. Up in the air. Maybe I'll go sooner. We shall see. But listen, I asked Mr. Messi if he wanted to go. He ain't answer. Guess who gonna go regardless? Guess who gonna go regardless? Okay, I'm out of here one way or another. Because you come with me, because you know I'm a stream, gonna be in the Bahamas in the next 30 to 60 days, period, point blank. Shout out to Gen Z, Queen of Vibes. I appreciate you, Boo. She said, Bessie Boo, did y'all have reading competitions, which were known as reading bowls? When I was in high school, I went to some, and they were absolutely fun and knowledgeable. I don't remember a reading competition. We just had like when you went to Pizza Hut, that was a competition where if you read so many books, you came in and you got a free pan pizza. We had that from Pizza Hut. Is Kofa here? I know he know. We had I don't think we had a reading competition, unless it was just if you read so much, then you get something. At the library, you got something there. You got to pick out a toy or whatever from the toy box or something. That's probably about it. But that sounds positive. That makes sense. So at least they're trying to do something somewhere, because you know these teachers are telling on people, but people don't want to listen. I digress. The Atlantis, no, this is going to be in Nassau. It's a Baha Mar resort of some sort. So that's where it's going to be. But anyway, more to come. I'll let y'all know. You already know. Moving on, child. Moving on. Speaking of, let me get y'all some good information here, some more good information, okay? So while I told y'all, I don't know about this Welcome to the Culture station. Like, I got issues now with them, especially after this spin app, right? So now they posted this that says this song is currently taking over TikTok. Whether you like it or not, this is the rap music the younger generation are into. Child, they like it, I love it. Because this is definitely going to get you success. And this is definitely a positive look. This is a great look for young women. This is a great look for Black women. So when you hear people talking about Black women, young Black girls, don't get mad about it, because this is what y'all support. This is what y'all want to put out there. Then y'all going to turn around and say, the CIA. So are you DUMB? Because if you know about the CIA and you go along with it, that makes you stupid, capital STUPID. But y'all, let's hear it. You know I got to cut it through because I don't know if it's a copywritten song. I ain't never heard this shit before. Maybe y'all know. I'm not your bitch no more. What? Love it. I love it. We go from reading and dads taking their kids to the daggone library to I ain't your bitch no more. Thanks for the tip. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. Hey, twerk, 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 of course, child. How old do these people look? Child, how old do these people look? Child, they barely look like they 8 damn teen. But okay. Y'all like it, I love it. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. These are great lyrics, y'all. I love it. I love these lyrics. You can learn so much. Oh my God. Where are the feminists at? I'm sorry. Hold on. Where are the feminists at? Oh, is that what the feminists, y'all okay with this? This is what y'all fighting for? I'm not your bitch no more. Hey, I'm not your bitch no more. Hey, that's what y'all like? Y'all, this what y'all fought for? Cool. Again, tell me which ancestor is looking down. I'm sorry, looking down saying, child, y'all doing a great job. Child, y'all doing a great job. Which one? Which one? Who? I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your bitch no more. I'm not your... Child, is there anything else? This all y'all want? Welcome to the Culture says this song is taking over TikTok right now, and it is impossible to ignore the impact it is having. I agree. Whether it is your kind of music or not, this is the sound a lot of the younger generation are connecting with and pushing across the platform. Trends come and go, but this one has clearly found its audience. What do you think about it? I love it. I love it. Perfect. Now, my grandchildren ain't gonna know it, but for y'all's kids, I love it for y'all. Does that mean she's ABCD? Does that mean she's AB since she's locked in with his sister? So it sounds like a stalker, honestly. We broke up and I'm down with your sister. Because of this sisterhood, maybe. Stalker. I'm the one with the ass, never been an ass kisser. I'm the one with the bag, so I need a bag. She got a bag. All right, it's not working. She got a bag.
It's for the tip.
But I'm the problem. Ciao. Oh, she's got a kid. Congratulations. She got a kid. Oh, bitch, we not the same. We just got the same nigga. So y'all passing down y'all's trauma to your kids. And y'all like, this is what the younger generation like it or not. This is what the younger generation like. Cool. Why are you talking about your people? You're a white supremacist talking about your people. Oh yeah, it's me. It's me. I'm the problem. Straight from Instagram, like I said. Wait, she said H-A-N-G niggas? Ain't that against the law? Y'all carrying on with the white people, but it's okay for her to talk about H-A-N-G. Y'all hear that? It's been a while ago, but the ninja's still twitching. So she's technically really talking about H-A-N-G-ing. And y'all okay with this? So y'all are okay with this? This is what the younger generation likes. Child, fuck y'all. Okay, Lord forgive me, because I know it's Sunday. I'm trying. I promise you I'm trying. But this is why you pros and people that allegedly care about black people, y'all can miss me with all that fake bullshit, okay? You can miss me with all of that. You want to be the same race grifter as the race grifters, because ain't no way that y'all are allowing this site, Welcome to the Culture, and it's called Welcome to the Culture, okay? To highlight this, say this is what the young people are into, then show this video where there's these young girls saying this ish, but y'all don't care. But if when a white person does something, then everybody's supposed to care. So ignore all this while your kids are influenced and you strong and independent, because yeah, I'm talking about biatches, but LTMs as well. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about this. Why is this not topic of discussion to say, nah, we not putting up with this? Because you allow the most degenerative of shit, then say that the problem with the community is white people. No, the problem with the community is the community, because they allow shit like this. Miss me with the Trina and this one and that one and all that. All right, so there was wrong in the past, right? So let's just continue to do wrong. Makes sense to me, y'all. Makes sense to me. Yeah, you know my aim different. I can teach you how to solve, so all you gotta do is listen, hit the gas. She can teach you hoes. Get your ass fried like some chicken. Now let a white person start talking about get your ass fried like some chicken. Racist! Racist! How dare you talk about fried chicken with black people? Child, I had me some fried chicken last night though, y'all. Seriously, it was so good. It was so good. It was salty AF though, so that's a problem because I don't use salt, but it still was good. I got to get back to work today, but it was worth it. It was worth it. I got some head from your. If they're 20, I got some head, huh? Maybe she got it from a Judy Blume book. All right, y'all. I love it. I love it. Show this to your daughters. All right. Make sure y'all show this to your daughters. Now, don't forget that Young Miami said that, I don't know if I showed y'all that, but she said, I think it was on Cam Newton, that she didn't want her kids, her daughter specifically, to listen to her music or become a city girl. But these people, when push this on your kids, y'all fight for it, then turn around talking about somebody else is acting white. Well, this is ghetto and this is trash. But y'all like it. I like it for you. It will not be around me and mine. That's it. That's all. But anyway, make sure we show everything. And I'm the problem. Connected Sports, Connected. Thank you, hon. Connected. Sorry if I got that wrong. Sports. Appreciate your support. He said Gen X had RIF. Reading is fundamental. Absolutely. You got to choose one free book twice a year. We also had book fairs. Yeah, where we would save our money to buy. Thank you for that memory. We absolutely did. Saved our money from working. Okay, because maybe your parents would give you money for books, but you still was out here doing something for the most part. Even if you had to do chores for an allowance. Do you have any money? You're going to have to contribute something towards this, especially if you wanted something other than a book, right? Thank you for that reference. That's absolutely true. That's so Gen X. I'm going to use that phrase. That's so Gen X. I'm going to start using that. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. JP, thank you, boo. Sing it in the chopped and screwed voice. You not that itch no more. Don't give them ideas. That's our thing over here. Don't give these heifers, these hoes, no ideas. You know, I don't deal with hoes, child. You already know. Dr. Steele, I appreciate you, boo. He said, is this the new anthem for decentering men? Don't you love how it's always a decentering men and we don't like men, we don't want nothing to do with men, but they always talking about men. Where they do that at? How that happen? Something just don't make no sense. But anyway, y'all like the culture this way? Y'all like it? I love it. Do your thing, child. Do your thing. Moving on, child. Moving on. Let's get a little bit of crime. This actually is a crime update from the lady who SHOT the dude that was in her 13-year-old daughter's bedroom. It says, man SHOT to death after sneaking into girls' bedrooms, police said.
The homicide case that's been the subject of debate on social media. A woman in Walker Homes charged with first-degree murder for shooting and killing a man that she found hiding under her child's bed. Action News 5's Garner Montgomery is live in the newsroom after speaking with a self-defense expert about the case. Garner, could this be considered a justified shooting?
Now, there's still more details that we'll need to learn, but this is a case where self-defense...
Yeah, why he look like Opie? He looks straight like Opie.
Could be argued, but there are key details from the police.
I'm sorry, I'm so unfocused. His name is Garner Montgomery. He got two last names. Garner Montgomery, child. He down south.
Justified shooting.
Now, there's still more details that we'll need to learn, but this is a case where self-defense could be argued, but there are key details from the police affidavit that are pivotal to decide whether or not this shooting was justified.
36-year-old Kendra Scott was arrested and charged with first-degree murder after police found a dead man on her front porch with a gunshot wound in the back of his head. Telling police she, quote, saw a dude under my kid's bed and I did what I had to do.
She seemed like a real nice lady. And all I can say is that hurts to know that someone was in there with one of her little girls.
A girl living in the home told police she invited the victim, Rodarius Morton, into the home.
So we're supposed to ignore that part, y'all, okay? The 13-year-old invited the 20-year-old into her room. Yeah, exactly. This is why she's getting charged. I think. This is what I think. But, you know, I'm trying to be gentle right now, but y'all already know. Things like what we just saw with that video, which I'm trying to bring back up because I deleted it. But things like what we just saw with that video is what's promoted. And then when something like this happens, it's like, oh, poor thing, it's poor thing. Well, here's the problem. Y'all want to glorify horror culture. What do you think? What do you think this song is? All right, I can't find it. But that's what it is. That's what it is. So a 13-year-old, a very brand new whore. I'm just saying, how is a 13-year-old in contact with a 20-year-old? We already know that R. Kelly was out there roaming McDonald's. We already know that. And I'm not totally blaming him because I know that some people went and sought him, even though he had issues for show. And it's not a secret I also know that there's a lot of women who went and sought his ass out, knowing all of this. So the kid is a problem as well. And that says that she had a couple of kids. So I guess maybe she had, Mima just said she had a couple of girls. Let me rewind it back. Hold on.
2-year-old Kendra Scott was arrested and charged with first-degree murder after police found a dead man on her front porch with a gunshot wound in the back of his head.
So first degree, I thought that meant that you planned it, right? We're still learning about the story, y'all, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Telling police she, quote, saw a dude under my kid's bed and I did what I had to do.
She seemed like a real nice lady. And all I can say is that hurts to know that someone was in there with one of her little girls.
A girl living in the home told police she invited the victim, Rodarius Morton, into the home through the back door after midnight Thursday, saying Scott came home 20 minutes later, banging on the door with a gun in her hand.
Ladarius, first of all, so that tells us enough. But she invited him at midnight, so she was home by herself. So this is taking on a whole different, now we know some more details. The culture also supports single motherism, right? And we don't know the total case here. So this is allegedly, well, not allegedly that the culture supports single motherism. But if you are out working or whatever she may have been doing, then that means that the other person is home with the kids, because you can't be leaving your kids at home. I know everybody think it's okay to leave kids home. Well, guess what? They're going to do some shit. So 13-year-old somehow, some way got in touch with a 20-year-old, invited the 20-year-old over, and she came banging on the door. Why didn't she walk into the house? Is this her house? Is it not her house? Why is she banging on the door? What's going on? Something don't make sense.
That hurts to know that someone was in there with one of her little girls.
A girl living in the home told police she invited the victim, Rodarius Morton, into the home through the back door after midnight Thursday, saying Scott came home 20 minutes later, banging on the door with a gun in her hand.
If it would have been me in that situation, and I seen you on the doorbell camera, I would call them police. I had them sitting in my house when I got there. Therefore, you take him out, take him on to jail.
The police affidavit says Scott found Morton hiding under the girl's bed. Morton was leaving the house with his belongings when he was shot.
It does not.
So he was leaving the house with his belongings, and then he was SHOT'd. Now, I don't know how it's first degree. I'm not really sure. I'm not a real lawyer, just a lawyer on YouTube. But I don't know. It might not be sounding too good for this lady.
Ascribe an imminent threat, according to the affidavit, at the time the shot was fired.
Retired law enforcement officer and firearms self-defense. Under the girl's bed, Morton was leaving the house with his belongings when he was shot.
It does not describe an imminent threat, according to the affidavit, at the time the shot was fired.
Retired law enforcement officer and firearms self-defense trainer Buddy Smith says the known circumstances of this case would not classify under Tennessee's Castle Doctrine.
Which means that you're allowed
Tennessee, y'all. Tennessee.
to protect the people in your residence when someone breaks in to commit a violent felony against you or someone in your house.
Smith says more details will be needed for Scott to make a case for self-defense.
The affidavit does not allege that he threatened the mother or anyone else at that time. And those alleged facts will likely be important issues for the court and ultimately a jury.
You feel like you're threatened. He might be coming back to the house when she's not there another time. I don't know what was said, what was done.
Scott is scheduled to appear in court Monday morning. Her bond has not been set at this time. Reporting live in the newsroom, Garner.
All right, Garner, we'll be back for more. I don't know, y'all. It's not sounding too good for her. Maybe they meant when she was banging on the door, she was banging on the bedroom door. Maybe that's what they meant. Because it's like, child, ain't this your house? What you banging on the door for? So maybe that's what they meant, okay? But if he was leaving, and it's the back of the head, I don't know. I guess we understanding a little bit more. I wonder if she knew that the kid invited the dude over as well. All right, we'll see what's going on when this comes back on Monday, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the Andrew Tate stuff, though, so we can get it done and over with, because I really don't care, but, you know, it's alleged manosphere adjacent type stuff. It says social media influencers Andrew, and the brother were arrested by U.S. Marshals. I thought they were already in jail or stuck in Romania or something.
Get to, though, as this is coming into our newsroom just in the last couple of moments. This post coming from TMZ saying breaking, Andrew and Tristan Tate have been arrested in Miami. We also have this post coming from the New York Post. Manosphere influencers Andrew and
Manosphere influencers.
Tristan Tate arrested by U.S. Marshals in Florida. The Associated Press is reporting influencer brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate were arrested by federal authorities on Saturday in Miami. That's according to the U.S. Marshal Service. The charges against the pair were not immediately announced, but a spokesperson for the Marshal Service is telling the Associated Press that the warrant was sealed. I want to put up some video on your screen right now of the Tate brothers. They were arrested on extradition request from the UK. That's according to a person who is familiar with the matter, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to publicly discuss this case. The brothers, proponents of hypermasculinity, who have millions of followers on social media, have been
not hypermasculinity, yeah.
wanted in the United Kingdom, where they face rape and human trafficking charges. The brothers are dual U.S. and British citizens who moved to Romania in 2016. They were arrested there in 2022, accused of participating in schemes to lure women for sexual exploitation. They denied those allegations, and the case did not go forward because...
I mean, is it hard to lure women these days? So now we're going to act like all these women are innocent. Shout out the girl that I think that was in Dubai. I think she got convicted. She ain't going nowhere, if I'm not mistaken, if I read it properly.
Legal and procedural irregularities. The former professional kickboxers have amassed a following of fans, particularly young men and boys, by professing a lifestyle of luxury and unapologetic misogyny. The pending charges in the
is that what they doing? Unapologetic misogyny? Have I been enunciating that incorrectly? Oh, no MSG. Y'all got to be LTM. No MSG. Shout out to Trent. Y'all have to be LTM. All right, so we're gonna, while Trinidad is not around, I'm gonna, while Trinidad's not around, I'm gonna change it to LTM. Y'all not MSG, y'all are LTM. How about that?
UK accused the brothers of abusing women between 2012 and 2015 in an area north of London where they grew up. Their lawyers have said that they denied the allegations. We also have this coming in from the Crown Prosecution Service, who has decided to bring additional charges against the brothers, Andrew and Tristan Tate. Following their arrest, prosecutors will seek extradition in relation to the original charges and the further charges that they have authorized. So just reading from their website, once again, they're deciding to bring those further charges against the brothers, Andrew and Tristan Tate, in relation to 4 further victims. The CPS deciding to prosecute Andrew Tate, who is 39, with 7 further counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, 3 counts.
Oh, did he move over? Even though I know they're going back to the UK, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to use what, the Mann Act that they got? Do they have that over in the UK?
Counts of assault, and bodily harm, and 19 additional charges for offenses relating to indecent images of children and extreme pornography. The CPS deciding to prosecute Tristan Tate, who is 38 years old, with 1 count of sexual assault, 2 counts of rape, and 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation. The offending is alleged to have taken place between July of 2010 and August of 2017. So we wanted to be sure to bring you that breaking news.
7 years? They've been doing this for 7 years? Hold on.
Place between July of 2010 and August of 2017. So we wanted to be sure to bring you that breaking news, as Andrew and Tristan Tate have been arrested by the U.S. Marshal Service in Miami. That breaking news just coming in moments ago. We are going to side away right now for a quick 2-minute commercial.
All right, girl. Thanks for the update. So I went over to get the updates from X, owned by Elon Musk. It says when Andrew Tate was being arrested in Miami, he could be seen handing his phone to his security guard, who wisely dropped it. Child, they saying that shit like they can't go to the damn phone company. Child, people crazy. Another member of the crew could be seen picking it up. Did authorities end up collecting this phone? What is on this device that Tate did not want them to have? Oppressor. Child, so are there any ladies here? You like men that's dressed like this? I mean, you know, to each his own, but child, I don't know. That's seeming a little LTM-ish to me. Okay, it's not. Ah, it's out the way. He didn't know what was coming. Oh, look at him. Look at him passing the phone. Oh, yeah, he certainly did pass that phone. Who's this guy? Don't he look like he should be in some CBS made-for-TV movie? He up to something? It's at his feet. Look, it's at his feet. See it? It's down there by his foot. The oppressor didn't catch that? Oh, look, the dude in the black shirt's picking it up. I don't know what else it's called.
Back up.
God, this is always It says, so basically Andrew Tate was in the UK grooming GA&G. For anyone who thinks Andrew Tate's new kid prawn related charges are a Matrix attack, here is BDSM video of Andrew hit. Oh no, we're not.
The man they're having sex with is going to say, why are you working for that guy? Come work for me. Work at home. Fuck him. Why are you giving him your money? Like, they're going to end up.
Viewer discretion is advised, child. What is this? Andrew Tate literally describes how he slept with all the women who work for him because women are only loyal to the deed they. Oh my God. Lord help your people. Lord help your people. Listen, women are hoes. There's enough whores, as I keep saying, all over the place. But they got taken advantage of by Andrew Tate. Child, if you don't want to SMD, you're not going to SMD. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? I'm going to go work for you and I'm going to SMD you so that I can get a good raise. Okay. Maybe he has pointed out, and I'm not cutting for Andrew Tate. I'm not, because child, I'm not really sure what his deal is. I'm not attracted to him. I don't understand it, but to each their own, right? But I feel like the way that he talks is just kind of the way that men can talk when they get together. So I wouldn't be hanging out with them to hear shit like this, because child, just sounds crazy. Now, if he's messing with kids, is a problem. Obviously, if he's forcing someone to do something, it's a problem. But what I think enough of the time is that women want to do the things that they're allowed to have done with them. Somebody used to, I think we talked about it on Freak Pod, pre-consent or whatever. So if you're consenting to do something, then you want to change your mind later. Like, that is, you women will do that, right? Ooh, you think you could get something from it? Hiram. You think you could get something from what just happened here? Enough people will take the opportunity to do that. Like, all the stuff that you know about Andrew Tate, then why the hell would you even bother going near or around him? He has money. Let's not act like hoes don't want money, right? Or that they don't want to accept money in order to do things. Shout out to Dubai. Now everybody want to miss all that, right? Nobody want to hear all that. All right.
Choosing their boyfriend over you. So the only way to prevent that was to be their boyfriend. So yeah, I had to sleep with basically every woman who ever worked for me. And that's how it started. I'd sleep with the girl. She'd become my girlfriend. And I'd say, look, don't go work and be a waitress or work in an office. Come work here.
Oh, interesting. Forced. King Horror, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate you. Sounds like a deal. Sounds like a deal to me.
That's kind of how it works from head to toe. Like, it's
were you banging the chicks too, or was it just
all of them? So yeah, all of them, because they're not going to respect you or work for you or give you money. Women are only loyal to one thing, and that's the dick they're sucking. So they need sex, right? So if they're having sex with another man and it's not you, and they're making you money, the man they're having sex with is going to say, why are you working for that guy? Come work for me. Work at home. Fuck him. Why are you giving him your money? Like, they're going to end up choosing their boyfriend over you. So the only way to prevent that was to be their boyfriend. So yeah, I had to sleep with basically every woman who ever worked for me. And that's how it started. I'd sleep with the girl. She'd become my girlfriend. And I'd say, look, don't go work and be a waitress or work in an office.
Oh, I'm going to go back and be a waitress or work in an office when not only do I get to live in the lap of luxury, you're also paying me money. So this is, because it says literally a sex trafficker by definition. And yet today I'm seeing supposed conservatives defending him. How is this X trafficking? How's it any different when you all go and you talk to any of the women that you talk to and then they agree? So we don't hear whores on these damn interviews, on these damn videos saying basically the same thing. He got to be a scammer. He got to make this much money. Well, child, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Would you agree that everyone says don't steal? The Bible says don't steal. The Quran says don't steal. Schools say don't steal. Everyone says don't steal. People still steal. So if I were to take $1 million in cash and walk down the street at night in the worst part of town holding it, to a degree, I would have some responsibility. When I got robbed, the police would come and say, why did you do that? People would say, Andrew, why did you do that? You have to protect yourself from things. You can't just rely on the ideological hope other people in the world are going to be perfect and infallible.
Wow, what a concept. You have to protect your damn self. Hold on, let me start this over. I never heard this before. Go on, child.
One more there I'd actually like to really disparage because it's the one that annoys me the most, where it says, I say that women should bear some responsibility for being raped. I'd like to take this
child. That's a bit much.
Time and explain what I was saying in long format video, which has been completely misconstrued. I have an argument with a feminist, and she was saying that we need to teach men not to rape. And I said, my dear, I love how idealistic you are, but I am realistic. Men are already taught not to rape. People already understand that rape is wrong. Unfortunately, human nature, some people don't care about doing wrong things. We should teach people not to steal, but they still steal. Would you agree that everyone says don't steal? The Bible says don't steal. The Quran says don't steal. Schools say don't steal. Everyone says don't steal. People still steal. So if
remember when people were stealing and we were like, you know what? You stop stealing. Oh, they have insurance. They need the help. I'm just saying. I'm just putting this into context because a lot of people be co-signing a lot of shit and then turn around and just be like, oh my God, until it affects them. Then all of a sudden, it's a problem. We sat here, we literally watched plenty of videos of people stealing and people co-signing them stealing. I'm just saying. No, I understand. Yeah, he's saying not to do it. So just like he's saying, you're not supposed to grape. You're not supposed to grape. You're not supposed to steal. So that's what I just heard him say. But the dude said, other people said that that's what he does. And I see y'all saying that that he's a what is it, a trafficker or whatever. I don't know. All I know is there's enough women out here who want men for their money. Are we going to lie and act like that's not the case, Bueller? Are we going to sit here and lie and say that there's enough women that have come up on this here internet and on this here TikTok looking for men with money, telling them they got to have all this money? Women who are on OnlyFans that go over to wherever they go over to do some stupid ass stuff, as far as I'm concerned, for money. Are we going to say that that's true or false? All right. I guess I'm just the only one that was watching those videos.
I were to take $1 million in cash and walk down the street at night in the worst part of town holding it, to a degree, I would have some responsibility. When I got robbed, the police would come and say, why did you do that? People would say, Andrew, why did you do that? You have to protect yourself from things. You can't just rely on the ideological hope other people in the world are going to be perfect and infallible.
That's what enough women think. That's what enough women think. But he stole whose money? Whose money did he steal? So you can do whatever you want. We say that all the time, right? Do what you want. But when I say stuff like, if I saw a dreadhead, not a dreadhead literally, you know who I'm talking about, the ones with the crazy ass hair, coming my way, I'm crossing the street. If I see a Neanderthal coming my way, I'm crossing the street. I'm not saying anything other than I don't trust you, fuck that, and I'm going to take care of myself first. Doesn't mean that they still can't do something to me, even though I crossed the street, but I'm going to do what I need to do because you look crazy and I'm not dealing with no crazy. When I was in the Waffle House and all those YNs came in and I left, you can be offended all you want to. I don't care. I got to go. When people come say dumb shit about, I bet you wouldn't go to a sundown town. No, I'm not. You're right. I'm not, because I'm not stupid, which is why I didn't take the ride from Mississippi to Louisiana on my own because I was alone. And I don't know if I got lost where I would be going. That was me thinking ahead. So I was just in Mississippi, as enough of the regulars know. You know, racist Mississippi. Everybody was fine. Let me just say everyone was fine to me. And I was going to go to Louisiana, New Orleans, because they were having Essence Fest. And it was an hour or so away. And I talked to Mr. Messi. I talked to my trainer and one other man. And all of them was like, girl, you're not going there. Girl, no, you can't do that because you don't know the area. If you should get lost, who the hell you gonna go ask and talk to? Should you break down, what you gonna do? No. Now I could be a biatch and could have been like, you not gonna tell me. However, this is the protection that so many women don't seem to understand, and they would look at it like, that's men telling you what to do. Yes, for my safety. That's what that is. So I didn't go. Now, it's not like I didn't already think. This is amazing. It's not like I didn't already think of a couple of those things, but they definitely reinforced, no, you're not. especially by yourself. If I go outside and I look like them little girls, not look like them physically, but was looking like that with those outfits on, and then you go around 1,700 dudes and you're the only girl, I'm thinking that's not a good thing to do. So maybe it's time to teach y'all's kids that even though you want all this great freedom, DeMarcus, thank you for the corgi. Thank you so much. That's so cute. That sometimes we have to do some things for ourselves and think in advance. You have to think in advance and stop doing this because some man told you you're not going to tell me shit, or think that somebody else is responsible for your safety. You're going to be responsible for your safety at first. Doesn't mean I'm saying that they should do something to you, but I'm going to err on the side of caution first, because I'm not stupid. This is just common sense. What are we talking about? Why does this even have to be explained? You're going to go to Dubai to go and do things actually for money. You are a whore. So you're going by yourself, or even if you're going with a bunch of women, because y'all, come on now, it's freaking women that are doing this. Anybody seen a man that goes over to Dubai to be getting Dubai, I'll call it? Let me know. Send me the video. Okay. I ain't seen to one. Because the love of money for these heifers is more important than common fucking sense. So that they can take videos and everybody be jealous and dummies think that that's real. Yeah, it's real dangerous. Just because one got away with it, two got away with it, three got away with it, the fourth didn't. And now that one is over there now looking for some help, one that was tossed off of a scaffolding, now everybody is like, look what men do. Okay, but look what she did to put herself in said situation. How much sense does that make? Continue to take no accountability. Do what you want to do. However, don't expect everyone else to protect you. That's just not how it works. But I digress. I don't know about he stole whose money. That's not what I heard is the issue, but maybe it is, and I just don't know. Because again, I don't know too much about Andrew Tate and what these charges are, because honestly, I could care less. Shout out to my fave. He said, I used to smash old girls that
this is amazing.
Cap the 20. Goodbye. I can't with you. Oh my God. Y'all starting, I see. Shout out to Slim Daddy. I appreciate you, boo. He said Tates are against 304 feminist culture. I know they're definitely against feminist culture for sure. They're for nuclear families. The press and Dems hate that. So they make them the villain. He's about accountability. He's about family. I've not heard that, but we'll see. We'll see if we can find out. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. Everybody, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Well, look who's back. Oh, look who's back. I'm victim blaming. Y'all. This is the problem right here. There's nothing that I said that's victim blaming. If you, low testosterone men everywhere. Y'all just don't listen, child. I don't even care. I don't even care, child. Why he's stealing from women, thought they were rich. Exactly. Oh, I was about to say, because child, I can't. Don't piss me off. All right. My bad. I apologize, child. Woo, Lord, because child, I cannot.
Okay, babe, I'm sorry. Simple. You know that I'm not, but I never meant to do that way, but you never think of my feelings and you don't know. You do know that I love you, but at the same time you dislike me, what good thing in you. At the same time I get angry and multiple and you don't care, well, but I do forgive you, but at the same time you don't. Okay, baby, I'm sorry. You gotta think of my feelings, but yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, DBS, I apologize. Come on, child.
Or that the law is going to prevent it. You have to say, no, I can't walk.
Oh, let me back it up a little bit.
Self from things. You can't just rely on the ideological hope other people in the world are going to be perfect and infallible, or that the law is going to prevent it. You have to say, no, I can't walk through the ghetto at 2 a.m. with $1 million in cash. I take personal.
2 in the afternoon, sir. You can't even do that at 2 in the afternoon.
Responsibility. She agreed. I said, then by extension, would you agree that the smartest thing a woman can do to prevent rape is not to sit here on a podcast and try and change the way men think and talk about your bullshit, but to take some degree of personal responsibility and not put yourself in dangerous situations? I'm not saying that's going to prevent all rape. I'm not saying that rape is okay. Rapists should be executed. I'm not saying that every single woman who was ever assaulted could have prevented it. I'm not saying any of that.
Oh, okay. So basically he's saying the same thing that I just said.
I'm saying the smartest thing a woman can do is say, this is dangerous. Going home with this guy I just met is dangerous.
Yo, how about that? That is a great point. These heifers going home. Yo, I never can understand how these people bring people they don't know to their own damn house. How do y'all do that? How do y'all do that? A person that you just met on a freaking app that you do not know. You don't know if they lying. You don't know if they real. You don't know if it's a man. You don't know if it's a woman. You don't know if it's a GANG. Nothing. And you invite them over to your home. And then they end up deceased. And yeah, no, you're not supposed to take anybody out of here. But how do you put yourself in that type of situation? Why? Why? How? It doesn't make sense. You live alone. You're a freaking woman. This is why your feminist bullshit is going to get your ass in trouble enough of the time. Because y'all love thinking I'm equal to a man. That strength is different. That strength is different. So y'all gotta learn the hard way. Y'all gotta always feel fire in order to know that fire is hot, right? I'm just saying, because we've heard that 55 million and one times, or seen that in so many stories, I should say. No one should be taking anyone on up out of here, right? However, you need to know, just like he said, I don't know this person. I don't even know if that's their real name. I don't know their last name. I don't know their mama name. I don't know their social security number. So, let me meet you at the Cheesecake Factory. But then again, y'all don't go to the Cheesecake Factory. Anyway, Dane, thank you, hun. He said the Tate brothers made their money of suckers for cam girls. You remember back in the day, y'all, when you used to go to this room in New York anyway, because my stepfather was from New York. And I didn't go there, but I heard about there was a room where there was boxes, and then you went in there and then you put like a quarter in and the curtain comes open and then there'd be a woman there dancing something like that. That was the original cam girl, I believe. But what's OnlyFans? At the end of the day, what is OnlyFans, child? I guess everybody just forgets about that conveniently, right? A peep show. Thank you, Hiram. It was called a peep show. Yes. Woo, back in the day type of stuff. I don't know if they still have it. I don't know, but that's too funny. The Tate brothers made their money of suckers paying for cam girls. They know the art of suckering men. Nuclear families, give me a break. SIMPs, simps. Thank you, hon.
Walking through this area by myself is dangerous. Let me call a taxi. Let me call my brother. Let me go with my husband. Isn't that a more intelligent way to teach women to prevent themselves from being raped, as opposed to telling them you can do whatever you want, walk around in the middle of the night naked, it's no problem, men shouldn't rape, men are the problem. I said, what you're trying to do is illogical. What I'm trying to say will actually prevent rape. So what you're saying, when you're telling girls do whatever you want, men are the problem.
Yeah.
You're convincing women to put themselves in situations where bad things might happen to them. Whereas I'm saying, listen, women and men, look after yourselves. Women need to protect themselves and bear some responsibility to make sure they don't put themselves in situations where bad things can happen to them easily. I'd like to think that's a pretty logical point. No. Andrew said rape's fine. Andrew said it's women's fault. I didn't say that. I really didn't say that.
Child, I can't do it.
Completely insane.
It is absolutely insane. It's exactly what I just said. It's exactly what I just said. So if you want to put the protection of self in the hands of complete and utter strangers, go right the fuck ahead. Go right the fuck ahead and enjoy that, however it comes to pass. That's ridiculous if you ask me. And I would say that doesn't make sense. You need to protect you first and then do things that make sense and not invite strangers to your home, and don't go to their homes when you don't know them. Meeting in public is a thing, but child, y'all want to listen to this. Your OPP can do whatever it wants to do. Like you're a man. You're not a man. You're never going to have more strength than one, but y'all keep playing these games. Y'all keep playing these games and allowing it. And then support the culture with that shit we just saw a second ago, with those girls just talking bullshit, and they barely look like they're 19 years old. But whatever. Anyway, Chris Reed, thank you, hun. He said, in your opinion, is women safer in America than any other country? In your opinion, are women safer in America than any other country? I don't know about that, but I don't feel unsafe when I'm in the Caribbean. Most of the time, I should say. Most of the time. But they have unsafe areas there, too. Rules don't change, except for I'd be more cautious in another country because I don't know it like I know this one. I know where I live very well. I know where I grew up very well. I know where the places that I've been very well. But if I went to Montana, I wouldn't know Montana, just like when I just went to Mississippi. I don't know Mississippi and I don't know Louisiana. That's why I didn't go to Louisiana. In Mississippi, I just Ubered and Lyfted everywhere and kept the notification on of you can tell people of your ride. You can let people know where you are, whatever that is between Uber and Lyft, where you can let people know and send them your location and all that shit. I did all that. People knew where I was going. It's not a secret. This is where I'm going to be. This is where I'm going. Women don't want to do that because they don't want to answer to men because they think that's some oppressive shit. Fuck that. I'm telling everybody. Everybody knew where the hell I was. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. And I don't think that that's misogyny. I think that that is the alleged protection that women allegedly want. And this is why you can't do it, because if you're not going to listen, how can somebody protect you when you don't listen? You're too busy hearing, listen to men, and that gets you triggered. Well, if you got dummies in your life, then that's a you problem. Get some men that got some damn sense. You don't know what it is because you're too busy worrying about denying the sisterhood. You don't want them to find out that you was listening to a man. Child, I don't give a fuck what any woman thinks. I'm going to do what's best for me. And if that means that I got to listen to this man, and this man, and then they all saying the same thing. Not that I wasn't listening to what my husband said, but I just happened to be talking to a couple other people. And they said, girl, you crazy? Girl, are you crazy? I'm like, I'm not going. Leave me alone. But they certainly gave their opinion. Girl, nah, you're not doing that. He's absolutely right. I wasn't asking your opinion. I'm just telling you, you're not going. All right. Anyway, what else they got here before I move on? I have a bad feeling about this. Hours after U.S. Marshals arrested Andrew and Tristan in Miami, their lawyer, Joseph McBride, issued a press release. It reads like it was written for the DOJ, not a judge. It calls the UK charges a political hit and claims Britain broke an understanding with Romania. The Tell McBride writes the arrest was green-lighted by a low-level functionary at the DOJ who never got approval from leadership. Oh, well, then I guess the charges will be dropped soon. That is not a legal argument. It is a permission slip for DOJ leadership to unwind the whole thing and call it a rogue mistake. This is amazing. In May, Andrew Tate had friendly sit-down with payloads. And all right, let me read this shit, child. Oh, Lord. I don't know if I can see it. Hold on. The McBride firm. Statement of Joseph McBride, attorney for Andrew and Tristan Tate. The world knows Andrew and Tristan Tate are innocent. Their enemies know it best of all. That is exactly why they have been attacked. Last night, the UK, a corrupt and fallen nation that jails its own citizens for tweets, while ignoring grape gangs, it found too inconvenient to prosecute, conjured up a wave of charges against the Tate brothers. This is not law enforcement. This is a political hit ordered by a dying empire that fears two free men with a microphone more than it fears actual criminals walking its street. Child, it sounds like the United States. What are we talking about? Understand what Britain just did. There is a long-standing agreement between the UK and Romanian governments that the UK would not seek extradition while the Romanian proceedings are pending. Those proceedings are ongoing right now. Still, that agreement exists because no nation gets to trample the judicial sovereignty of another for political convenience. The UK shredded its own word the moment it became useful to shred it. That is who they are. And the timing is no accident. For years, I've been litigating a defamation lawsuit in Palm Beach, Florida, that has absolutely destroyed the baseless allegations against the Tate brothers piece by piece, under oath, on the record. That case goes to trial within 6 months. The UK knows it. They watched their lives get demolished in an American courtroom, and they panicked. This extradition demand has one purpose: to kidnap Andrew and Tristan, oh Lord, through paperwork before an American jury exposes the truth to the entire world. Worse, our understanding is that this arrest was green-lighted by a low-level functionary at the Department of Justice who never got approval from leadership. Think about that. 2 men who came to this country openly, lawfully, and peacefully were thrown in a cage on the say-so of a bureaucrat freelancing.
This is amazing.
Say-so of a bureaucrat freelancing with the full force of American law enforcement. We are confident that once a competent judge sees the facts and once the Department of Justice confronts this egregious abuse of its own authority, Andrew and Tristan will walk free. America does not do Britain's political dirty work. Not here, never. America is watching, the world is watching, and we will win. Lord help your people. Well, the lawyer has spoken. Y'all more in tune to this.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate. Look how he backed up. He was not expecting this at all.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
You see the way he stood back? He was not expecting this at all. Hey, Tate. Y'all, those pants are high.
Come over here by me. Let's go.
How did they miss that phone drop, though? Seriously. Y'all, that dude in the gold looked like he about to go do a show in Vegas. What the hell?
Back up. What's going on? Back up.
What are you doing?
Guys, back up.
So what, the media just happened to be there? What are they putting one of them spit things over his head? Oh, wait. Security. Security, what the fuck? What are you doing then? Well, at least he ain't got to be in the back of a cop car.
Tristan, anything to say?
I was about to say, all right. Well, I was about to say, where's Tristan? Shout out to Joe Kent for the gold coin. I appreciate you, boo. I was about to say, where's Tristan at? He coming out in his suit. There you go with gold lame. Y'all, this is racist. Did they put him in a minivan? Is that a minivan? Is this a minivan? Why did they put Tristan in a minivan? This ain't right.
Back up.
Honestly, you really can't see anything because they're so far away. I tell you, those pants are high. I can see that. All right, y'all. You can't see anything. It looked like they ball gagging him or something. I don't know what they're doing, y'all. But they put Tristan in that damn following the arrest of Andrew and Tristan Tate overnight in the U.S., our Assistant Chief Constable Karina Thomas has issued a statement The brothers were arrested as part of an ongoing investigation by our major crime unit into a number of actual offenses.
Continue to investigate. I'm Assistant Chief Constable Karina Thomas, lead for the Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire and Hertfordshire Major Crime Unit. In 2024, the CPS authorised 21 charges against Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate following our investigation into allegations of sexual offences dating back to 2012. Following the initial charges being authorised, we have continued to investigate further offences reported to both Bedfordshire Police and Hertfordshire Constabulary. As a result, 38 new charges in total have now been authorised against Andrew and Tristan Tate, bringing the total number of charges faced to 59. The charges relate to 7 victims spanning a period from 2010 to 2017. Our officers have worked closely with the CPS and both national and international law enforcement agencies as part of this complex investigation. I can now confirm that officers from the United States have arrested both Andrew and Tristan Tate in relation to this matter, and they are being detained pending ongoing legal proceedings. We understand the interest that this case will generate, but we would urge the public not to speculate and to allow the legal process to be carried out correctly. I want to make it clear that there is no place for male violence against women and girls in our society, and we will continue to work tirelessly to support victims and investigate all reports made to us. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. That's nice. They care about women. There you go. All right. I think that's about it. There's nothing to see here at this point. They got arrested. 59 new charges, supposedly going back to the UK, blah, blah, blah. Because they do things to women, and women need protection, and it's up to you all to protect them. All right? Gentlemen, sassies, this is all your fault. It's always your fault. Moving on. Let's move on to Nolan Wells. The title is wrong. Let me go to this right here from BCP, because this says that angry liberal Black woman loses it over Black conservative debunking Nolan Wells' racism narrative. I don't know why they would do that, child. It's definitely, clearly racism around here, allegedly. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
This morning, we're learning more about the Independence Day boat trip Nolan Wells and his friends took to Mississippi's Horn Island. As part of a records request to the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, NBC News obtained GPS information for the boat. The records show it departed from a private boat launch at 9:56 a.m., arriving at the island by 11:14 and staying there until 4:30 p.m. In audio of a call around that time to a private towing company obtained from the same records request, the caller explains a mechanical issue with the boat.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come?
The towing company dispatched reaching out to a local captain for help.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Records then show the boat being towed slowly from about 4:31 until 5:25 before getting back to normal speed. The boat then returned to its original location at 5:44 without Nolan Wells. Melissa Miller was at Horn Island on the 4th. She says there were hundreds of boaters there for the holiday.
It's just a big community. Everyone goes out there and, has a good time.
She also says it's normal to leave cell phones on boats and that currents at the northwest corner of the island can be treacherous.
Like you can go out there just innocently, and next thing you know, the water's, like kind of sucking you in, throwing you back out.
After speaking with one of the friends on the boat, Nolan's concerned mother reported him missing to police.
Please report her 8-year-old son, Nolan Wells, missing passing at 3 on Horn Island.
His body was found on July 6th. His mother struggling as she plans his funeral, posting on Facebook.
This loss, this grief, this pain.
Funeral is on Monday, early in the morning. I don't know. I might stream it.
It's different. It's insurmountable.
Now, one parent has also posted that some of Nolan's friends have been getting threatening messages. The FBI does confirm that it is investigating threats connected to this case, all while Nolan's mother is encouraging people to stay peaceful as she plans to hold his funeral next week.
All right, guys, so we got to continue our coverage.
Did we ever figure out what the protest is for? Does anybody know, Bueller? They plan on protesting. Anybody know what the protest is about, Bueller? Let us know.
Of the most mysterious, non-mysterious case that is currently viral, that the mainstream liberal media and race hustlers are obsessed with. The death of Nolan Wells, or the murder of Nolan Wells, because there are some people who are convinced that this was a murder. Okay, in fact, it was a lynching by a white mob, right? A mob of white teenagers in Mississippi lynched Nolan Wells, a young Black teenager, an athlete who was hanging out with his friends, doing a boat day. and ended up being found dead on the island, washed up on shore. Now, up until this point, there's been no evidence whatsoever that race had anything to do with this or that this was even a murder. Okay, to me, it was likely an accidental drowning. But again, that's not something you can make money off of, right? It's not something that will go viral in the media. Oh, some teenager drowned, right? Happens every day, right? Happens every day. Okay, but you know, the race narrative here has been played up because, of course, this country is divided based off racial lines, and pushing hate and division is an easy way to make money in this country. In fact, it's probably one of the easiest ways to get rich. Look at the Southern Poverty Law Center as an example, right? They made a whole lot of money paying for racism, right? Fake racism, right? Made millions. The best ROI ever. Okay, great business, absolutely amazing business. The Southern Poverty Law Center. Again, this is why individuals like Ben Crump, notorious race hustler.
Joe says Nolan wandered off and got rolled by some local chick and her boyfriend. What does roll mean? What does roll mean? I know you don't mean like got beat up, because they've already said that when the body was pulled, there was no sign of anything wrong with him, no sign of bruises or anything. That's why when people, robbed, okay, all right. He didn't have anything because the phone was on the boat. So if he didn't have the phone, I'm pretty sure they didn't need any money, right? What would he be robbed of? If the phone was on the boat and whatever else was on the boat, then why would he be on the island? What would he have on the island to rob him of? Oh, I'm just asking questions.
That's why he's involved. The family has already raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions already, based off what is likely an accidental drowning. Because again, there are people who are swearing up and down this is a white lynching, right?
Because that's what the pro-blacks want, Hiram. They said that it is. There's no evidence of anything. None. They just want you to believe because there's a picture of him with these white boys that he was lynched, like BCP just said. But there's no proof of anything because no one knows anything except Ben Crump running around saying shit that don't make no sense.
Even though it seems like with the more information that comes out, the race narrative here that they're trying to play up, that this is some racist part of Mississippi, right? And again, they're just saying it because it's Mississippi, right? It's a racist part of Mississippi. Oh, therefore this has to be a white lynching, right? Again, that narrative is falling apart with the more information that seems to come out about this case.
Just bring it back to the front street. You see what I'm saying? Because you got his parents up here.
The hell is going on here? Child, y'all on TikTok need some help. Y'all just listen to anybody. And yes, they were drinking. Them, one of them was, because we seen one with a beer can in his hand. Actually, we seen Nolan with a beer can in his hand too. Y'all said it was White Claw and Michelob Ultra or something like that. And it sounds like there was a lot of, or allegedly some underage drinking going on amongst all of them. Not all of those, that group, just period. But nobody wants to talk about that part. But child, whose child is this? Come get her.
I feel like we going harder than his parents. I'm just gonna say it forward. Because for y'all folks to get up on the news and say that it ain't about race and they don't see color, basically, the fuck you talking about? That shit happened in Mississippi. He was the only black child on the boat or in the crew. What are you saying? Mind you, I said this shit happened in Mississippi. You do your homework. Go do your homework on Mississippi. Mississippi is the deep south. That's about the deepest this shit gonna get. And you got up on the news and said that you don't see color? Are you serious? When we ready for real, y'all call me. Situation like this gonna continue to happen if we don't never address it.
So if something happens, y'all gonna call her? So if something happens, this who y'all gonna call? Y'all be better off calling Ghostbusters.
Whatever happened to us? We keep on trying to sweep shit under the rug like it ain't never happened. I'm not saying you be rude, but you stand on all motherfucking tens when you feel like them folks playing with you, bro. What are you talking about? It ain't about no race. Yes, it is. It's always about race.
Listen to the black coach and what he said about what happened. Roll it.
Was there racial tension at the school?
No, I don't think it was no racial intention at the school, from my experience. Because you have, predominant white school, you have black kids there, and they all, played and grew up together and got along. Now, some stuff might have happened that I didn't see. So, I can't speak wholeheartedly on it. But from what I did see, it was a tight-knit community, you know what I mean?
Why interject race before you get any information? To me, let me just say this.
I can't find a comment, but over here, Mad New Yorker said that I am the female Anton Daniels, y'all, because y'all know what Anton says. Jesse Lee Peterson and the rest, and nobody listening to your bedwenching ass, you sellout. Wow. It looks like 545 people are listening, including you. All views matter. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button, the dislike button, because all views matter. And this is what coloreds do. They don't like your viewpoint of things that are true, because all we're doing is listening to what's been reported. No proof of those white friends doing anything. You have the coach out here saying that there's nothing racist amongst them. You see the other black friends that were there, but child, if Ben says it, then you gotta listen. If you don't like what the truth with an F says from Ben Crump, then that means they Tadisha. Is Tadisha here? This is the code, y'all. This is the code. You got to believe everything, even though it's delusional. There's no proof. It makes no sense, or you're a coon. Child, I already know I'm Auntie Ruckus. Didn't you know it? Because I don't go along with stupid ass narratives with no proof and listening to people that look like that thing that was just on camera from TikTok and people with blue hair, orange hair, nose rings, and all that other shit. Since I don't listen to them, which is typically liberals, progressives, and Democrats, y'all don't seem to see that they just use y'all in order to get what they need. They use your tragedies, because where do these people ever come for y'all and to help y'all when there's not a tragedy? Answer me that. Answer that question. With all of y'all, with all of your insults, it don't bother me because, like I said, all views matter. You just making me money by being here, so stay. You can call all the names that you want. It doesn't change the fact that there's no proof of anything that Ben Crump says, and you can't tell me where these people come and help y'all or anyone else when there's not a tragedy. Nothing. Nowhere. They don't help nobody but they damn selves. But y'all keep listening to millionaires tell y'all what to do. Have at it.
People gonna clip this and get that. I don't care. I really feel this way. I'm getting sick of black people, right? I like the black people like me and others that are conservative, that smart. But the rest of y'all, I'm sick of y'all. It's hard to even want to be around black people, to be honest, because you try to give them a pass. You try to be nice. You try to say not every black person is like this. Yeah, no, people on TMZ ain't like this. Oh man, this person ain't like this. This person, man, they son done got killed and they pushing racism.
Now, I'm not talking about this family except for, remember black people that are so upset. Y'all supposed to be boycotting the Asians, right? You remember with Rick Chow? Remember Rick Chow? You know, all the name callers. You remember Rick Chow? And y'all said you're boycotting Asians? Well, the mother is Filipino. She's mixed. And so is Nolan. And they was repping Filipinos and in their Asian heritage big time. The mother's a doctor. I'm calling her a doctor. The mother's a doctor. So I thought that the problem was with Asians, but y'all out here cutting for Asians. And the other thing that I don't hear none of y'all saying, where's the Asian community to come out and help with this? Where are the Asian protesters? Where are the Asians to come and support? Where are the Asians to come and support all this? Even a Ben Crump Asian lawyer. Anybody? Y'all always crashing out for everybody. Who crashes out for black people, y'all? Anybody? Bueller? How come there's no Asians, is it Philippines, y'all? I forget. Is it the Philippines? How come there's no Filipinos? Listen, Asians, I'm just speaking. I'm asking questions. Where they at? How come y'all not over there calling them no names? How come y'all not over there saying where y'all at? How come y'all not over there saying that where y'all at to come help your people? Because they certainly was repping their Filipino heritage. Y'all just love to listen to people that lead you based off of a race grift. They are race grifters. They know nothing. No one knows anything. Ben Crump just sat here and had that damn press conference while touching all over this woman inappropriately, in my opinion, but that's just me. While talking about all this racist in Mississippi. Yeah, all the racism that allowed this family to live very well. But y'all don't hear that part. You don't hear where they were living very well, that she's a doctor. I don't know what he did because they don't allow him to talk anymore because he said that this wasn't racism. Shout out to Ms. AB. So they don't let him talk no more. So he just got to stand there while Ben Crump puts his hands inappropriately on his wife. Whole different live stream, child. Captain Cold-Blooded, I appreciate you for the jewels, boo. Y'all don't want to answer any of those questions. You just want to come out and fight blindly, requiring nothing, and think that I'm the problem. This is information that's coming the fuck out straight from them and the news. We sat here and looked at her damn Instagram. She said that Nolan was last seen at 4:30. Did you hear Ben Crump talk about that? Because the narrative is 3 p.m. She says she got information from somebody that says 4:30. That's straight from the mama, from her daggone Instagram. So if them boys was already gone, then that means that he, technically, it seems like wasn't on the boat. So y'all don't want to hear nothing that's true. You just want to listen to a person who specifically is out here grifting, just like Al fucking Sharpton. Let them lead y'all. Let them lead y'all. Y'all got that? I don't care. So if the shit don't make sense, if you have common sense, it don't make no sense. And since ain't no autopsy out, I don't understand how everybody knows so much, especially TikTokers. Panther Pride, thank you for the jewels, boo. I love how y'all would listen to that person with them teeth that look like Manny Fresh, but you mad at me. I'm a Bedouin's child. Them names don't make me no fucking never mind, because I know what I am. Not being led by motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about nothing, especially not me. Captain Cold-Blooded, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate you, boo. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. We got 657 across all the live streams. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
This is the thing that bothers me. Like, we don't know what happened. They don't know what happened. They're doing an investigation. There was black kids there with him too. Why y'all act like y'all not even talking about the black kids, just the white ones?
Yeah, no, they're not.
No, they're not going to talk about the other black kids. Even the one that came out and talked, the one talked to TMZ, the one came out and talked to the news. Ignore them. Oh, they're mixed. They definitely are mixed kids. As far as I'm, what is this? That's so cute. I see it over here. Healthy coach, thank you for park the bus. Oh, that's too funny. Thank you, boo. They just ignore those kids. Just focus on the white people. Just focus on the white people. Forget all the black people that were there. They do blend in because they definitely high yellow. All right. But I'm just saying there was more people there than just, well, YouTube is not going to let you with your little coon thing come through. And I'm most certainly not going to do it. But that doesn't change the fact that there's no proof of anything. And y'all love race grifters because you want to believe in white people so much. The interesting part about it is that I'm the Auntie Ruckus, but y'all worrying about white people. I don't be worrying about white people in any way, shape, or form. White people, if you're here, shout out to y'all. I don't want to hear from y'all either. I don't be worrying about white people. I don't be worrying about white people, but I also don't be listening to mushmouth motherfuckers that want to push race all the time with absolutely no proof. Because what he's going to get is a big old check that's going to go to that family. Let me check the GoFundMe, actually. Let's see where the GoFundMe is right now. Hold on, pause. Thank you for some more jewels, Captain Cold-Blooded. I appreciate you. Let's see where it's at. Ben Crump definitely get y'all to come out, though. Shout out to Ben. He got the power. He got the power. Joe Ken, thank you for the gold coin, boo. I appreciate you. Who did Nolan? They almost there, y'all. They almost there. Shout out to them. I support it. I like it. MT Maggio? Oh, clock it. Oh, look at that. Shout out for the clock it. Here we go. So they are up. They are 99.
This is amazing.
They are 99% there. Shout out to them. They are 99% there. 736,303 to the $750,000 goal. 14,600 donations. Shout out to y'all. That's amazing. That's amazing. Good job. Good work. Good work. All right, back to the story, child. Come on.
Not talking about the black kids. They're not talking about the fact that there were a lot of people on that island, not just white kids, right? They're trying to make it seem like he went to an island with white kids alone, and they were just there, and he just turned up dead, and that's literally not what happened, right? No, they're not going to listen to the black coach say that, hey, this is a high school where everybody got along, even in Mississippi, white, black, doesn't matter. We're all family. Nah, they don't want to hear that, right? They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear anything less than this is a Jim Crow South, sundown town.
Would you CA? Thank you for the flowers. Y'all really do have a problem. Y'all really do have a problem. Hold on a second. When did I say that race has nothing to do with the way they investigate? When did I say that? Anybody? When did I say that? When did I say that? Oh, Adam, you hurt my feelings. Like I said, when did I say that? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So what are we talking about? But child, keep watching and keep typing, child.
Now that these white teenagers lynched this black child, right? That's what they want to hear, right? This is what they made up in their heads. In fact, the lies that are now coming out, right, are proof and evidence, in my opinion, that the race narrative here, when the actual real facts come out, again, are not going to match what a lot of these people are claiming. A lot of people are going to look real stupid, and they're going to just move on past this when the truth comes out. Here, pretty
technically, at the end of the day, Greg doesn't know either. Greg doesn't know either. I absolutely didn't say that, jackass. I did not say race doesn't play a part in the investigation. I know for a fact you're a lying ass, and on a Sunday at that, that's what you're gonna say? Okay. Y'all really need some help. Like this is what I'm talking about. You're going to talk about somebody else and you're out here just spreading lies. Well, you're part of the Ben Crump and Al Sharpton crew, so that makes sense. Go ahead, though.
No, but you know that the facts aren't lining up with the race hustlers because, again, they're making up stories in the similar way that we saw with Carmelo Anthony, which, again, similar story. The facts were not on the side of the race hustlers. So when the facts aren't on your side, you just make shit up.
All right, so we want to talk about Nolan Wells today. So today, we actually know someone that works transporting bodies, human remains, and things like that. So today I got a call from that person, and they were just talking about the body that they came across. So was Nolan Wells. So before knowing all that, he said that the body was mistreated. Yeah. It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured.
So these people are saying that the body looked abused and tortured, but when they reported on the news, when they pulled the body, there was nothing out of the ordinary with his body. But these people said now that it's tortured. So we should believe these two people from TikTok and what they say, as opposed to what has already been reported from news sources, right? Got it. Yeah. Thank God for TikTok, y'all. Where would we be in life without TikTok?
Looked as if he was burnt, maybe. Where? Face, body, said he was burnt. And not only that,
they just said that they said he was burnt. They just said that these people just said that Nolan's body was burnt.
His body was mistreated when they transported him. So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting a body, when only a couple of people work that job, they all know you don't transport the body face down. It's kind of very disrespectful. So you always have them face up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down. And me personally, I took that as disrespect. Yeah. My heart goes out to the family. Yes, definitely. Because all we know is what they put out on the internet. But today, we actually found out a lot about his autopsy without even reading the autopsy. Yeah. It's heartbreaking.
They found out about the autopsy without reading the autopsy for an autopsy that's not out. And people listen to this shit. Woo! Good luck, America, I tell you.
I'm so sorry that family had to go through this. Really just want to give our condolences to the family, as a mom or moms, grandmothers, dads, family, period. Just we give the most prayers to you, and we stand behind you because we know right what really happened. Right. So, and at the end of the day, whatever lies those families have covered up or whatever.
Now no woman is gonna go to jail, but if it was a bigger person, these are just whoever these people are on TikTok, but if it's a bigger person, let's just say Andrew Tate, because we just was talking about him, he's a pretty big person, he said this shit, they'd be knocking on his door, potentially knocking on his door for putting out false information, because FBI is looking into some people from what I understand, as they should, for people just out here lying. Depending on what they're saying, they absolutely are looking into the people, but let people keep talking because they're not going to learn. They got to learn the hard way.
Lies they're trying to cover. We're sorry. Yeah. And we're here for
sorry, brother Numsy. Thank you for the flower, Jules. I appreciate you.
And we just want you to know that what we're seeing today was unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And that's why we want to inform what's going on during the transport. Like that.
During the transport. Brother Numsby, thank you for the silver stars. Appreciate you.
Amazing. So everybody's lying except the people who are actually making up lies and falsehoods about the autopsy and the state of the body, doing transportation. Like, they don't know. They don't know anything.
Thank you, Boo, for the high five. That's so cute. Thank you, hon.
But they're just lying, right? They're just putting that out there because ultimately today, this is what happens every single time the race narrative falls apart. I'm telling you, I've seen this movie so many times, right? And that's why I say, unfortunately, again, even though it involves somebody losing their life, a lot of this stuff, in order to avoid getting frustrated, you have to laugh. You got to look at it as entertainment. I'm honestly really just fascinated by the same process that happens over and over and over again. These people always end up wrong because they don't analyze based off.
That call came in around 4:30 p.m. And while according to the Wells family and their attorney, Ben Crump, the teen was last seen on the island around 3 p.m. And they insist that they don't believe their son would intentionally stay behind.
Hey, I like that top, girl.
On his own. Wells's mother, Christine Wansley, turned to social media and shared video of how she's dealing with the loss of her son. Watch.
This loss, this grief, this pain, it's different. It's insurmountable. And then it's like you get these flood of emotions all at different times, and grief is so multi-layered. 1 second I might be okay and I can talk about things and I can listen to his stories, and then the next minute I am falling apart and I feel like I can't breathe and I feel like there is an elephant just sitting on my chest.
Just absolutely heartbreaking for the family. We hope we can get those answers too. Joining me now and soon. Joining me now is Revolt News chief political correspondent Teslin Figaro and former police officer and host of the Officer Tatum show.
Wait, that's Teslin and Tatum? Oh, y'all, I didn't see this. Teslin versus Tatum, y'all. Lord help your people.
Brandon Tatum, great to see both of you. Thanks for being here. So, Brandon, let's start with you. Just from a law enforcement perspective, what do you make of the timeline, the lack of answers, what maybe occurred here?
Well, I think the first thing is that these activists came in and brought in information or lies about circumstances to make people question. The law enforcement officers have already done an autopsy. They've already investigated. There's no sign of foul play. And one thing that's very interesting that I just found out recently is that it wasn't a situation where you have Nolan Wells and 4 of the kids at an island. There's thousands of people there. There's hundreds of different boats. So him staying behind while some of his other friends went back to the mainland wasn't that suspicious.
This is a picture from yesterday. Both of them with a beer can in the hand. Beer cans in the hand, child.
I really wish that the family would focus on Nolan Wells' life, focus on the investigation, and let the police do their job instead of interjecting race into this situation. And it's completely unnecessary to be there at this point.
So, Teslin, you've worked with Ben Crump. You have valuable insight into how he operates. You're not speaking for him tonight, but what do you think about the timeline and whether it determines whether Nolan was still alive before the boat left the island, like his friends insist?
Yeah, thank you, Katie. I'm speaking as a mom, of a 19-year-old. In the same way Officer Tatum wishes that people would not insert lies, I wish Officer Tatum would allow the independent investigation to run its course. You don't know, Mr. Tatum, what has been talked about in this investigation. It has not been complete, and people have not came forward to say what happened with Nolan.
I have it on a fast speed for those before they even ask. Even though she's a fast talker, I put it fast. I don't even think I can listen to people talk regularly anymore. But she's trying to say that Tatum don't know, but at the same time, neither does she and anyone else. No one knows anything except for the child is deceased and body came on July the 6th. And there's 2 autopsies. Neither are in. Nobody knows anything else. Nothing
else. So I actually do believe his parents when they said that they taught their son to leave with whoever you came with. So for you to make the accusation.
We all teach our children to do the right thing. The question is, do they always do what their parents tell them to do? Now there's this narrative that, of course, he did the right thing because his parents told him to. Because we all know as adults here that all of us followed everything that our parents told us to do, right? Everybody's a good kid in here, right? Is that what y'all are saying too? I'm just saying, did your parents tell you to look both ways before you cross the street? Did you always do it? Did your parents tell you to bring your ass home? Shout out Generation X. Before the street lights came on? Did your parents tell you to carry your ass home and stay there and lock the door? Did your parents say take your ass to bed and then your ass snuck out? Because we all know that kids do everything that their parents tell them to do. Because their parents told them to do it. It's disingenuous. She sounds crazy.
That is a lie. When they're burying their son on Monday, it's quite frankly to be disgusting, Officer Tatum.
Well,
and I'm ashamed.
Hold
up. I couldn't catch the comment. Hold on. I don't particularly care for Tatum either, but I just know where he's going to be coming from. So, and knowing where she's going to be coming from. Rockstar. First of all, y'all, use your allegedlys. Let's use our allegedlys. I forgot to wear the hat. I do have it right here, but I forgot to put it on. Allegedly. But I believe maybe Charleston White said this. I didn't hear this. Did y'all hear this? Charleston White says Nolan was a ABCD athlete and this was a... I really don't be putting much stock into Charleston White either, child. He is all over the place. Did you? We're gonna roast Generation Z tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow. We roasting Generation Z tomorrow morning when I come in from the gym. But as far as that comment is concerned, now listen. Some people had questioned ABCDism, okay, but I didn't hear that Charleston White said that. And if Charleston White did say that, and I don't know that he did, this is allegedly. Where is anybody up his ass to call him a COON and give him a hard time for anything that he's saying? Or it's okay because it's Charleston White.
Information that have come out, and I've gotten firsthand knowledge about some things that have happened on that island, and people are going to be ashamed of themselves for sitting here lying and pushing racism in this circumstance. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I do know. I'll let you finish. I'll let you speak. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm just saying I got firsthand knowledge too. But as we
oh, she got firsthand knowledge. Everybody got all this firsthand knowledge, child.
Talking about right now. Well, as we're talking about right now, you made the accusation that there were lies, that race has been interjected. Like I said last week, if people don't want
race has been interjected, what is she talking about?
People to speculate, then investigate. So this
Brandon, let's talk about that.
Well, it is an investigation, right? That's the thing. The whole point is that you're not waiting for the investigation to be complete.
Exactly. That is the only thing that I'm trying to say that I've been saying, and y'all out here talking about I'm a coon because I'm not saying it's racism. You don't know what it is. Nothing has been proven. There's proof of nothing. Nothing except for what Ben says. Y'all not even listening to what the mama said. Y'all listen to that damn call from the boat, and they up there talking about, oh, now the boat was sinking. We heard that the boat was sinking before that damn thing came out. Y'all don't know nothing about blacks. Y'all don't know nothing about boats and boating. Please stop this. Please stop this. And I know y'all didn't look none of it up. Not all of y'all, but you know the trolls. That's where they know everything. There's no way. You don't know nothing about voting. Clearly, probably Nolan knows about voting because of where he was living and who he was friends with. Mama said last time he was seen was 4:30. Y'all still listening to Ben talk about 3 o'clock. So F what the mama said. How come he not putting that out? Anyway.
Before you start crying racism, which is what her handler is doing, right? That's what Ben Crump is doing, right? Amazing how she's upset with Brandon Tatum for saying, hey, let's stop making this a race thing before the investigation is done. Because, you know, in her mind, right, it is a race thing, okay? She's upset.
Right, it's because I'm black, you should believe me. Even though you're black, no one should believe you. Because my opinion is more important than yours. That's where these trolls come from. And that's why they get all riled up and upset, because they believe because what they say is right. And that what anyone else has to say is wrong. And even though I'm black, I'm wrong because I don't agree. So I'm not on code. But the code don't make no sense because blacks are supposed to be boycotting Asians. There's an Asian here. They don't require anything. Black people always crashing out and don't look into anything. So again, why are y'all not requiring Asians to be in here to help y'all fight this fight? How come y'all don't require the Filipinos, I think, which is who they represent, who they have represented, meaning Nolan and his mama? They don't ever come out to say shit. Y'all don't require nothing from them. But in one breath, you're supposed to be boycotting. In the next breath, you're fighting for the same people you're supposed to be boycotting. I just be wondering, how do y'all reconcile that? It seems like a bit of hypocrisy. It seems like it doesn't make sense. Like most things that y'all be out here fighting for, because you don't sit back and take a look and think about it and think long term. You just wilding out because somebody said it's racism because you see a white person or 2 or 5 or however many there was. Don't even see the whole line. It's a beach. It's a whole line of the beach and all the people that were there. So y'all telling me yet again, just like with Carmelo, when Austin, I think his name's father, got all the people together and said, child, y'all all gonna say the same damn story or I'm coming after y'all's ass. That's what y'all think happened there. So in this case, with all those people on the beach that were out there celebrating the 4th of July, somebody came through and they had a meeting while they was there and said, listen, now we about to do something with Nolan and y'all gonna keep the secret and y'all gonna shut the fuck up. All right? All right, break. So that's what y'all think happened. So y'all think with all those people that were on that beach, basically, they all said, we ain't gonna say shit. Because it's the deep south of Mississippi. A place where this minority woman became a doctor, where they were doing very well for themselves, where their son was a success, where the son had no issues with the people that he was friends with, where they had no problem with where they lived in the deep south of Mississippi. And they even said that there's no racism. Shout out to Michi X, who said that her problem is that the mama ain't saying that it's racism. But y'all going all out with no autopsy, no proof of anything except for what Ben and Al are doing. Got it.
Upset with Brandon Tatum for saying that, but she's not upset with Ben Crump for making it a race thing before the investigation is done, right? How can you say it's not a race thing until the investigation is done? Well, because
I don't know what happened because we don't know anything. Is that too hard of a thing to understand? Why are y'all in such a rush to make something be racist? That is the question that you need to ask. Nobody knows anything. You don't even have the independent autopsy out. Y'all running with these damn made up shit. I don't know. I wasn't there, and then none of these people were there. None of them. None of the people from TikTok. Ben wasn't there. Why is Ben Crump talking more than the damn parents are? Why is he touching this woman so much? Why they shut the father down? We know why, but why ain't the daddy talking? Y'all don't want to hear none of that. You just want to say white people. And don't forget, y'all, the black people say that you're supposed to be boycotting white people too. In case y'all missed it from TikTok, black people said that blacks are supposed to be boycotting white people. Now, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be giving up them jobs, but just in case y'all didn't know, don't say I ain't tell y'all. Don't say I ain't tell y'all. Where is Tadisha?
there's no evidence that it's a race thing, right? There's zero evidence. The only evidence that these people have that it's a race thing is that he went to the island with his white friends and is Mississippi. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the only evidence they got, right? They don't have any other evidence, okay? every authority involved has already said we don't suspect any foul play, right? No foul play. So all the authorities who, seen the body, right, who are doing the investigation up until this point are saying we don't suspect any foul play. The people like Ben Crump and Al Sharpton are actively saying that we want an independent investigation because we think that race is involved, even though there's no evidence that race played a factor here at all.
Child, y'all just be saying any old thing. I'm a tether, y'all. Now I'm a tether. Woo, let me show you who a tether.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether. Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing? Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Prince, Numsy, I saw the jewels. Thank you. Debbie, thank you for the silver star. I appreciate you. There's a lot going on around here, child. Now I'm a tether, child. Lord help your people. Lawrence, thank you so much. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are still here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. He said these black liberal Democrat Negroes will boycott anything regarding what? And foreigners, but will spend their mortgage 401k to travel to foreigners' countries. But soon as they are mistreated and blame racism in them foreign countries, they blame Trump. Oh, no, I know you're not sitting up here talking about Donald Trump.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go, you're being a racist. Racist!
Thank you so much, Lauren, stream sponsor. I appreciate you as always. Very, very generous of you. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Listen, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. We're gonna do what they're gonna do and follow people, millionaires telling people that ain't got much what to do and they following along, they're gonna do it. Just like Jamal. They refuse to see that they all part of the same thing for the most part. Boule, D9, Ben, Al, Rick, Clown, Child, Broly, all of them. That's who they listen to. And then they tell y'all what to do and y'all fall for it and believe it. Give your money up, sell your stock, still in the same place you've been, and they continue to rise. But it is what it is. Well, Roland just said, 2 weeks ago now, y'all, that Democrats don't do anything for black people. But y'all keep voting for them, child. Keep voting. Liberals, progressives, and Democrats, which is all this comes down to. It's right in time, taking advantage of black people's tragedy so that they can push a race narrative, and then it's going to go over to Republicans are racist. That's why you need to vote Democrat. Same old crap, different damn day. Thank you, hon. Shout out to Wayne Lundy in the building. I appreciate you, boo. He said, I've been black for the last 44 years. I've always knew water was racist. Boats are racist and water sports are racist, and so are cruises. What? And so are cruises. Now you cussing at me. Now that's going to make me mad more than any of these names that these people are calling. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. Cindy, I think that says Cindy. Thank you. Pisces, hate. Thank you. Okay. Shout out to the Pisces. Is it Pisces season or something? I'm not really sure. All I know about is Gemini season. That's all. That's it. That's all. All right. I think we're done with this. Oh, no, he got more. Hold on. They ain't even done. All right. let me move it forward because, child, our problems. Thank you for the sunshine. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Only if you got common sense. Other than that, please don't.
It is very, very, very shameful. Okay, very shameful.
Let's talk about that topic, because Ben Crump is notorious and has been criticized by people who have used him in the past for their cases of being an ambulance chaser, pushing a narrative.
Oh, no, not this white woman saying this. Are you kidding me? She must be racist. How dare she say this about the savior, Bryn Mawr?
That fits the racial lens that he wants it to. You've talked about this on your podcast and how you believe young black men are unfortunately killed every single day. And people like Ben Crump and Al Sharpton just highlight certain stories that benefit them rather than the families.
Well, let's keep it real. This is all about money. Benjamin Crump will never show up to a kid's funeral or say anything about a kid that's killed by another black kid. But if there's an opportunity to interject racism into a situation where there's no evidence of racism, then Benjamin Crump will be there to do it. What is his end goal? He's not a criminal. He's not a criminal attorney. So he's not going to help the family get justice on a criminal level. He's a civil rights attorney. You don't need a civil rights attorney in a case where you're wondering if the investigation is going right for your son, unless you believe this has something to do with racism.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. And this is the shameful part about all this, right? The part of this story that people should be talking about, that they're not talking about. And that's what really blows my mind. They're looking for all these hints, right? They're looking for all these things about what happened. And it's clear as day what likely happened to this teen. It's very clear as day. If you look at these pictures, right? You know what happened? This happened. This right here. You see this? This right here and this right.
Oh, so somebody else is talking about it. Shout out to BCP. Nobody seems to want to talk about the drinking. We've already talked about it. Shout out to the besties. Shout out to us for actually looking into something instead of just listening to what blogs say and listening to the race hustlers who are doing this for their own political reasons and for money. That y'all don't want to understand and see that they were drinking. There was underage drinking going on and nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about that part of it. But it's like, oh, his parents said he would never not listen to his parents. Okay. He's still a child. We all just listen to our parents thousands of times. Check. So y'all don't want to see that they're drinking in all these different photos? Ignore all that. Check. So y'all don't want to admit that it was hot that day? I can attest to how hot and humid it was because I was in Mississippi. Hot and humid at 9 in the morning while I was sipping mimosas. Shout out to Nakia. Thank you for the sunshine, boo. You're outside all damn day in the heat and the humidity and you drinking. So that's a recipe for great swimming. Check. All right. Nope. You gotta go with the code that says if there's white people there, it gots to be racism. Well, if they got towed, if the boat got towed, and I'm not sure, so somebody that knows boating, let me know. If somebody came out based off of the call to tow the boat to the launch pad or whatever it's called, is there a person on there? She is. Shout out to Tadisha. Is that an actual person on the boat that could see if he was on the boat or not? They can attest to how many people was on the boat or not. Does that make sense? So when they call for the help, does the actual person come out with their line taker or whatever? And is there someone on there that can say, yeah, I saw this one, I saw that one, I saw this one, I saw that one? Does that make sense what I'm asking? I'm sorry if I'm asking it wrong. Shouldn't somebody be talking to him? What is his statement? That's what I want to know. I'm not listening to TikTokers that look like Manny Fresh. What does that person have to say if that's a thing? You coming for me, girl? Are you coming for me? I've been looking for you. Are you coming for me? Yes? Okay, so where that person's statement at? How come nobody is telling us about that? Why is nobody asking about that? They're going to listen to this. Look at how mad she is. Look at her face. Let me get this photo right here. Hold on. Let me get this screenshot. Why is she so mad? Angry black woman, anyone? You can't say that. I can. I'm black. Okay? I'm black. Panther, thank you for the floating heart. I appreciate you. So we going to act like that's not a mad black face right there? All right. Anyway.
Right here. Okay? Nolan.
White Claw, y'all said, and Michelob Ultra, I think.
Was very likely intoxicated, right? And I'm saying this based off actual evidence, right? Pictures of him drinking what appears to be a seltzer, right? I believe this is a high noon. I could be wrong about that, right? But I mean, this is like a Michelob and a high noon, okay?
Child, that's what y'all said. That's what y'all said. You said a White Claw, but you definitely called out the Michelob. I don't drink beer, so I don't know. Y'all definitely said that's what it was. Beer in the hands of minors. Nobody's talking about this. Child, don't ignore all that. It's in the code. Ignore all that. Gotcha. That could have nothing to do with anything. That has an effect on no one, right? I'm sure they were eating a lot. I'm sure they were eating healthy. And I'm sure that would have combated the alcohol. Yeah.
Teenagers drink. They went to an island for the 4th of July and they were drunk. They were probably doing drugs, okay? Nolan probably was not in the right state of mind and he ended up, for whatever reason, taking a swim, which is what people do on islands, right?
Yeah.
And he got caught up in the current and he drowned. I think that's what.
Allegedly. That's his theory. Allegedly. But there's definitely some underage drinking that was going on.
Right. And I'm saying this based off the evidence that we have.
Now with that, real quick. Now with that, somebody should be asking the parents if they ever told Nolan that he shouldn't be drinking because you have to be 21. And y'all attested that 21 is the age everywhere. Wait. Child, y'all just be saying shit. Anyway, so nobody wants to ask the mama what she said about the son drinking. Because I'm pretty sure Generation X was told that, you don't go out there and be drinking. And I'm sure we all obeyed. I have no doubt that none of us ever went out drinking when we weren't supposed to. I know we were the best generation, and I'm sure we listened to everything that our parents told us, including not drinking. I'm just saying. Tadisha, thank you, boo. She said, that's why I'm late, auntie. Now, were you folding clothes? I'm not trying to hear that, girl. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you.
And instead of having that conversation about, hey, we have a bunch of teenagers who are underage drinking, right? And doing drugs, right? And this is what happened as a result. No, we can't have that conversation about what really happened because these people want to make up fake stuff. But this stuff right here is actually what kills people. And here's the thing. This is neither here nor there for me in the sense that, look, I was a teenager when I was 18, 19. I know what these teenagers are into. I know what they're doing, right? I get it.
No, you're wrong. You're being racist right now, Greg. I don't know what your problem is. You're being racist. All black kids listen to their parents. Every single word. Don't do nothing wrong. Everything they say, we followed. Every single thing they said to do, we did. They said, bring your ass home. We came home timely. They said, this what you gonna eat? We ate it. They said, don't go here and do this. We didn't go. They said, don't drink. Don't do DRUGSs, including Mary Jane. We didn't do it. Lies, he tells. How can he sit here and lie on black kids like this? How? Tadisha. How? Not at least we had our own cups. You're not on code, Gemini. You are not on code right now, okay? Lord have mercy. What am I gonna do with y'all?
They having fun. They living their life. This dude's out here apparently chasing ass, right? There was a pretty young thing, right? A girl on the beach. He was trying to smash, right? This is according to the story.
Oh, no. You sassy straights. No. Y'all are... So now Greg is going to also... He must be listening to us, y'all. He got to be listening to us. You mean to tell me that a young, good-looking, black man wanted some ass potentially? What? This must be Andrew Tate's fault. You're trying to tell me that this young, successful, going to college, athlete, potentially liked a girl? What? Where they do that at? I'm sure his mama told him these fast ass girls ain't ish and you stay away. And he listened. He listened completely. No way that a young strapping man possibly wanted to get some allegedly. Nope. Somebody lying. Somebody around here is lying.
Sorry, right? Trying to smash. He stayed. He was like, I ain't leaving. Right?
This is racist.
Probably was crossed, right? Drunk and high at the same time, right? He was probably feeling good. Okay? And stuff like this happens when you are under the influence. Okay? It's all fun and games until, again, you get caught up in the current. You out there swimming, right? You messed up and you think you can swim and you really can't handle it. It is what it is. It happens. Happens a lot.
Black people don't know about water because many of black people, get mad all you want to, don't know how to swim and don't swim. Okay? Even though it really is a necessary skill. And even if you are a good swimmer, Malcolm Jamal Warner was drowned as well, and he was a great swimmer. Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. And he wasn't drinking. He was up in the best time of day, first thing in the morning, to go do a swim. Water current, tides, and things of that nature. Nobody's talking about none of that. You don't hear Ben talking about none of that. The only thing he's talking about is racism, and y'all go right along with it. You ask no other questions. That's how you get led. That's how you get led. And I'm not saying that it's anything or the other, because don't nobody know nothing yet. But it definitely is more of a possibility. And people always talking about racism and what white people are doing. Now y'all doing a boycott of white people, and you're not even listening to the fucking facts that you actually have, because you're too busy wanting to blame white people for some shit. Super Patriot, child, if you don't take care of that, blacks, get some damn swimming lessons. Please teach your kids how to swim. Not you, get them some lessons. The Y offers it, child.
Right? At beaches. But again, instead of talking about that, what most likely happened, we're having this whole race conversation. And when it comes out that this is what happened, which I think is likely what's going to come out, all of these people are going to look silly. And instead of apologizing and admitting that, hey, we were wrong, that this was not what, we said it was, right? And, falsely smearing these kids as murderers, right? Again, they're going to silently just kind of move on, right? They're going to find the next thing.
That's exactly what they're going to do. And they've already moved on. They moved on to that other dude with the water. Let me move this along. No shade, Greg, but I ain't got time. Listen to you.
I would love to hear what you got to say today.
Go right
Thank you, Officer Tate. Thank you. Well, let's just once again, speaking about things that you don't know about. Katie, you set it up with talking about Ben Crump being notorious for race baiting. I could name a couple of things that Officer Tatum here is also notorious for. So let's be careful on how we.
We don't need these personal attacks.
I'm gonna finish my.
Oh, so we got a moment of you not gonna tell me, and she gonna actually overtalk the hostess. What the hostess as well?
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Cause I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
That's what you're seeing right now. That's what you're seeing right now. And then it will be, you're not on code. She's being a bitch. She's being a bitch, which she always is, no matter where she goes. And I'm talking about Tesla. Inappropriate. Shout out to Nick Taylor in the building. He said, messy blacks treat facts like kryptonite. Enough of them actually do. But this one right here, she been a biatch, and it ain't gonna change. And she'll be somebody talking about, how dare you talk about the angry black woman. That's exactly what she's being. That's exactly what she's displaying every time she's talking. Shout out to Wayne Lundy. Thank you very much, boo. I appreciate you. He says, all jokes aside, my boys are about to start school. We got them in one of the best elementary schools in PA. Teachers with smiles on their faces and armed cops on premises. Okay, breaking chains and breaking codes. Look at you. You're acting white, okay? I don't know who you think you are, you and Mrs. Lundy. You're acting white. How dare you take your kids to some school that's probably predominantly white? I don't know who you think you are. You're supposed to be boycotting white people. If you didn't hear, there's a boycott of white people. Now, I don't know if Ricky gonna do it, because he getting paid from the white man, but we'll see. But I sound more angry than she does. It's a sister up in here who's upset. Wow. Y'all, I sound angry, child. This is what I'm saying. You cannot reason with the unreasonable. You think that hurts my feelings? Oh no, there's someone that thinks that I'm angry. Oh my God. Child, y'all just be saying shit.
Things that Officer Tatum here is also notorious for. So let's be careful on how we.
We don't need these personal attacks.
I'm gonna finish my statement. I'm gonna finish my statement, and let me also correct you on something else.
You're not saying anything. What?
You're not gonna tell me. I'm gonna finish my statement, bitch. I don't care that this is your show. I'm here. I'm gonna say what I got to say, cause I'm a sister. I'm a part of the sisterhood. And I know what I'm talking about. And you gonna listen to me, and he gonna listen to me, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and you better like it, because if you don't, you ain't on code or you racist. Oh Lord, help your people. Foolishness upon foolishness upon foolishness on a daily basis. Shout out to Celine Gen Z. We can accept her though. Thank you, boo. She said, I've got an interview on Thursday for a paraprofessional job for pre-K to 2. I am prepared and qualified. Wish me luck. Wish our girl luck. Let us know if you get the job. Let us know if you get the job. I sound like a fool. Oh no, I'm so upset because April, a black woman, is surprisingly upset at another black woman and gonna throw out the trope that I'm angry. I feel like honestly today I've been the less angriest that I've been all weekend. Shout out to me. But when somebody thinks that you not cold, they just gonna say any old thing to try to rile you up. April child, all views matter, girl. I don't give a damn what you think about me. That's fine. That's okay. All views matter. This is how the 92% is so educated and so stupid at the same damn time. Thank you, Nick. He said, where are those spam bot commenters coming from? They're over in the vertical chat. Most of them are in the vertical chat. So all views matter. Child, the video from the live stream from yesterday, the live stream from yesterday, y'all almost got 70,000. 70,000 views, y'all. Woo! I love it. Shout out to all the hating hoes, the LTMs, and all the people that want to be, upset because somebody don't believe things the way they believe them. We do not care. They ain't gonna change shit over here. But thanks for the views. That's more money, more money, more money.
What are you saying? Right? You're not saying anything except it's okay to cry racism. That's the only argument that she's making. It's okay.
Look at Tatum's face. That was let me get that pause. Let me get that pause. Child, Lord, the pause is child. That's not me. This is Greg that did this one. I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but I gotta get it. Yeah, 70,000 views on a live stream, child. Woo! That's amazing. Cause the haters don't hate.
Hey, Rachel, look at Tatum laughing, bro. It is funny. It's like, you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything except it's okay to divide the country based off race, even though there's no proof of racism, right? There's nothing here.
Jordan Turner, who was 19, was murdered by another black kid that also went away with his friends and never returned home. Guess who showed up? Attorney Benjamin Crump. I know you're looking confused. See, this is why it's important.
Was that related to black people? Was black people involved in his death?
Yep, absolutely. Okay,
And they were convicted. And we didn't hear about it passed all over the media. That's a big difference.
I don't know what she's talking about, but now she want to prove that Benjamin Crump. I'm sorry I missed that. Whoever sent the poop, thanks. I missed who that was, but she wants to. There's never the what is it called? They like to go by the, what is it? Not the most, but the least. What is that called, y'all? Help me out. They don't want to go by the most. They only want to take the least to try to prove a point. So instead of going by what the majority is, they go by the minority, which is the same thing that they do with regard to relationships, right? So there's one case where Ben was out there talking about helping somebody. Thank y'all. Helping somebody that was black on black. Congrats. So out of 100 cases, there was one. Thank you. So there was an exception. Yes. So they like to go by the exception, not the rule. I told you. Ben Crump don't do this just for it's a white person. Because there was that case, child. One. Child. Where were we? Yeah, he down. Yeah. Support Ben Crump. Yeah. Child, she probably in a sorority too. Exactly. There was that one time, child. That means you a liar. Yes. All praises due to Ben Crump, child. Shout out to my fave. He said, I label these biatches the pose and the woes. No, I label these blicks the pose and the woes. I appreciate you. This woman is crazy, but she gonna be who she is.
This is why
it wasn't used to divide the country based on racial lines, right? Now, I don't know in what capacity Ben Crump showed up, right? But clearly it wasn't in this capacity where, again, he's trying to divide the country based on race. Furthermore, yeah, I mean, in most cases where a black person ends up mysteriously dead, right? Another black person did it, okay? And that's also, a point here that is being made. I don't think that Tesla is smart enough to understand, which is that, hey, well, you lost your cousin, not at the hands of whites, right, in racism, but at the hands of other black folks, right? But yeah, you got these people on the internet talking about how dangerous it is for black people to hang around white people, right? Oh, you should send your kids off to these white schools or to be around these white folks. I'm like, does anybody really believe that living in suburban white America as a black person is less safe than living in the hood? Really? Is it really more dangerous to live in suburban white America than to live in a ghetto? Come on, bro. Does anybody really believe that? Does anybody believe that living in suburban white America for a black person is more dangerous than living in suburban black America, right? Seriously, does anybody believe that? Nobody believes that, bro. Let's be honest.
All right.
Let's be honest.
I can't keep up. What do y'all believe? Because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Nolan's parents were not living in the black neighborhood, allegedly. Anybody know? I'm not asking anybody to look. I'm just saying. This is what black people really want. Enough black people really want everybody to be downtrodden. Then they get on the internet talking about somebody's trying to hold black people back. Enough black people really do want everyone that's black to be downtrodden. They don't want anyone to be successful. They don't want anyone to do better. They don't want anyone to be successful in business, like real success. They want everyone to be downtrodden. They want everyone to be around just a bunch of black people, regardless of what's going on. That's why when people leave the hood, as they call it, and they move on to something better, they call them sellouts. Because you should take all that money and still live in the same place that you were, because they don't know and understand elevation, but will watch and idolize all of these people until something happens that they don't like, and then they want to tear them down. So I don't understand saying things like, you think you better. No, you think whoever is better. That's what you think. That's why it's always thrown out there. You think you're better. No, you think insert person is better, because the odds are they are doing better than you. And instead of saying, can I learn from you since you did this, whatever, since you were successful at this, let's talk about marriage and relationships. Instead of saying, let me go ahead and talk to someone who's had a successful relationship, who's successfully married, been married for some time, and talk to them about what it is that they do and the keys to a relationship. Well, does that make sense if you want to get married and you want to have a relationship? That makes sense to me. But to black people, they would rather say, no, go listen to Kendra Gilliams that ain't never been married, ain't never going to be married, and now talking about she don't desire to be married, while she on tape saying that she wanted to marry Ashyfoot. Let's go listen to her. Now that Oprah backs her, let's go listen to her more. Another woman who ain't ever been married. Right? Does that make sense? Just do the things that don't make sense in order to hinder yourself from what your goals are. If you write down what your goals are anyway, and then do what you need to do and make a plan to get to them. No, it's, well, I'm gonna go listen to Kendra. Oh, okay. Instead of listening to Maggie and Luke Hazley. Instead of listening to people who are in successful relationships and marriages, it makes sense to go listen to Leslie Jones, who says that marriage is slavery. Ain't been married, ain't gonna get married, ain't even gonna make it to the altar with a toe. But listen to Leslie Jones say, marriage is like slavery, and she ain't ever been in one. But if she says it, that's who y'all wanna listen to. And listen to people who are on this internet giving you advice that say that they're former hoes. Let's listen to them. Y'all do shit ass backwards, and I don't understand it, but then you say it's somebody else's fault. No, it's your fault, because you listen to dummies. You listen to people that don't have what it is that you need, instead of listening to the people that you need to listen to in order to get to where it is that you want. That actually, you know what, C's? Looking for shortcuts. There is no shortcut to anything, right? Listen, you like it, I love it. Y'all like it, I love it. Come on, child.
Oh, this is why you should speak of what you know and not what you heard. So again, when it comes down to Nolan Wells,
these are the people in the comments that are hating. They all riled up like she is.
I ask that we use this time to ask people to come forward and speak about what they know. The young man did
well, they don't know that much. He stayed behind and he drowned, right? Apparently, allegedly. So, I mean, what is there to know? They were gone. They don't know anything. You're asking people to come forward and say stuff they don't know. Also, on top of that, again, they were out there drinking, probably doing drugs, something else that they don't want to talk about, right? They don't talk about how allegedly messed up their friend was. Well, see, Nolan was kind of messed up. Well, who gave him alcohol? How'd you get alcohol?
That actually is a valid question right there. Even though with all the boats there, everybody probably had alcohol. Let's be honest. Especially you're on it's a holiday weekend, you're on the beach. I've seen it before, because I've been at plenty of beaches, and I've been on an island, so I know. So anybody could have the alcohol. White people are pretty chummy when it comes to this time in the alcohol. So they'll give anything, child. where my husband goes and he drinks, white people be buying him shit all damn time, okay? So they're very free with the alcohol. I am going to say that. No allegedly. I don't know why, but they'll buy you a drink in a heartbeat. So they probably all just, you could come by and get something. You could come by and get something, and it was just out there. Now, I don't know if anybody knows if Horn Island has somebody comes with a stand and set up so that you can come buy shit. I'm assuming that you got to bring your own shit since it's an island out there, but I could be wrong. If y'all know, let me know.
How'd you get the drugs, right? How'd you get the weed? Yeah, those are conversations that teenagers want to avoid, right? Not because they murdered Nolan Wells, right? But because, again, drugs and alcohol was involved. So when drugs and alcohol are involved, and they're like, this guy was kind of messed up, again, they're going to avoid talking about it. They don't want to talk about it. The unfortunate reality for them, though, is because they don't want to talk about that, people are speculating that they murdered it, right? So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? To be honest.
Home, Brandon. He didn't come home. So let's use this time, instead of focusing on what people are saying in the comments, let's continue to stay in
Brandon. I mean, Ben Trump is the one making this conversation in the media. Ben Trump is the one making this conversation in the media. He's the one pushing this out there, so people do speculate ahead of the investigation, not letting it play out. But Brandon, I want to ask you.
That reporter said, I ain't never scared of you, biatch.
This question. Teslin, 1 second. Brandon, there's been a lot of accusation and
Teslin, shut the fuck up.
And pushing that Nolan Wells' white friends have not been questioned enough as if they were somehow responsible for his death based on race. That seems like a highly irresponsible narrative to be pushing, especially when we don't know all of the facts yet.
100%, it is a flat out lie. The police department isn't doing their investigation. They're doing it fair and properly. Benjamin Crump cannot come out right now and say that the investigation isn't going like it should. They're interjecting race into something that has nothing to do with race. These boys were friends. The coach came out, who happened to be a black man. They say he don't believe race is a factor. These boys grew up together. These boys go to school together.
Oh, well, they shut him up real quick.
This is a tragic situation, and they should leave it at what it is, and that's a tragedy. Let the investigation unfold. Benjamin Crump they're already out saying this had something to do with race because the boy was with white guys. That is
just like you described.
Oh, so she can just interrupt, of course, because I'm a black woman and won't tell me.
When you talk about black on black crime constantly. So what a black man, a young black boy, went with his white friends and didn't come back. So why are you not asking the white children to speak up? Nobody saw nothing, Brandon.
They are speaking. They are speaking.
What can Brandon Tatum do? What is she talking about? What the hell can Brandon Tatum do? Can she go down there and say, y'all gonna talk to me? She sounds crazy.
We hope that the family can get.
Wow, you get more angrier. Let me get this photo right here. This might be better than the last one. Angry black woman. That never happens. That never happens.
Some answers because a young man is dead, and we want his family to have closure. Teslin Farrar and Brandon Tatum, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
They got the answers. They know what happened. They all know.
Child, that lady said, you ain't coming back around here, child. All right. All right, I hit the wrong thing. Anyway, child. Let's go over here to April Chapman. She says that she found 10 logical fallacies in Nolan Wells' Al Sharpton's TMZ interview. I didn't even know that nigga was on TMZ. Of course he is. He's going to get all the shine that he possibly can. So let's hear what she has to say. Shout out to y'all that are here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. We're going to listen to us a star. But I'm pretty sure that the trolls are not going to like her either.
I have some slides that we're going to go over. So many things happen. So let's break down all of these things. I've got about 10 of them.
So, Reverend Sharpton, what was your reaction when you heard and when you learned that Nolan Wells had been found 6 days after he had been reported missing on that boat on the 4th of July?
I was, first of all, stunned at the fact that this young man is going out, he and 3 friends, he black, they white, and a day later.
He's stunned that they're going out. Y'all, come on.
And then start searching for him. No one comes forward. And then they find out after 2 days that they claim his body was washed up.
The first claim that he made, he black, they white. We're going to call that fallacy racial priming. I know.
Besides of he black, they white. He black. Where does he come from, child? Where do these country bumpkins come from?
I'm looking over here, but over there is where the words are, but it's just the way my camera is. But know that I'm talking about this over here, even though I'm looking here. What the evidence actually supports. Race is known, yes. Nolan is black. The young men he was with were white. Yes, there were other blacks involved too, but that doesn't matter. All you need to do is focus on the he black, they white, okay? A racial motive is not known. There's been no evidence to support that, but they're going to keep driving it and jamming it home until you're convinced that it must be. I don't need evidence. I know white folks. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be convinced in your own mind that you don't need the evidence because you know you are the third member of the Trinity. You can discern the thoughts and hearts and intentions of the white man. That's what they want you to believe. Race is a fact.
He is the advocacy for lining his pockets. That's what he's an advocate for. And she's absolutely right, which we've already said. He said that stuff. It's ignorant. He don't know. But y'all want to listen to him.
Not a pre-selected racial conclusion.
And that he'd given his cell phone and his keys to one of the three friends, saying he didn't want to go back from Horn Island with them. Well, first of all, it's very, very unlikely for most 18-year-olds to ever give up their cell phone. But if you're going to stay on an island that nobody's there other than people, tourists or partiers, why would you want to give up your cell phone?
Fallacy number 2.
First of all, and they already said as well, if you take your phone out there and you drop it in the water, you're really going to be asked out. So for folks that don't go to the water or the beach, you wouldn't know this, especially if you're boating. I've been on ferries. But yeah, it just don't make sense that somebody gave up their phone. Or maybe they were enjoying the time that they had and he didn't want his phone to go into the water, which is what happens when we dock and then we go to the beach. You can take your phone in the water if you'd like. That bitch drop. Where do you think it's going? Way the fuck out there. You ain't gonna see it no more. Then you won't have one, period. Or it drops in the water, it's gonna be dead. That's why people put it in this plastic thing from the cruises. They put it in this plastic thing and then you seal it up and then you can kind of use it, but it's not 100%. So if it gets immersed, the odds are it's still gonna get wet. But for those that don't know anything about water, there you go.
Well, teenagers don't give up their phones. This fallacy is called appeal to normality. The evidence supports the fact that an unusual choice warrants inquiry. Yes, okay, that is strange. Why didn't he have his phone? Let's explore that further. Let's see what kind of evidence that we can gather to explain or support this. What he does is automatically makes you guilty because that's just not normal. Unusual does not mean criminal. There's so many other explanations that he could have appealed to, but those were inconvenient. So he had to appeal to they're just not normal. There must be some foul play happened.
Then when they tracked the cell phone down and find out which one of the young men had it, and the keys, which they first said they didn't have, then he had to admit he did. All of his photos, text messages, everything on the phone had been erased.
Now all of the photos and the text messages have been erased. Do you know who did it? And do you know that for a fact? Because what we heard the mama say was that it's unusual not to have Snapchat video, I guess it's called, because they're there for 24 hours. Well, if he didn't have the phone because it was on the boat, then how would he have anything on there, right? Maybe there were messages deleted. Y'all don't know who deleted it. But just let Al say allegedly the white people did it. Now, yeah, you can question how the phone ended up over at their house. At least they didn't leave it on the boat. What if they left it on the boat? Then they still would be saying it's a problem, which I feel it would be a problem. So they took the shit home. Now, I don't know if they told the parents they didn't have it, because the initial story was they went over to the house to give them the phone, and then it came out with something different. Those are two totally things that we have heard from the beginning to now. So who knows what really is true? So allegedly the mama said she used whatever it is to track down the phone, then went over to whoever's house, or her friend went over to get the damn phone. And then they looked at it and they're saying that the messages were deleted. How the hell do y'all know who deleted it? Bueller? Who knows who deleted it? And who knows what was deleted if something was really deleted? No one knows. No one knows. But gotta be the white people. And blacks, don't forget, you're supposed to be boycotting white people.
Number 3. Well, everything was erased. Fallacy here, premature conclusion. What the evidence actually supports. The joint forensic phone review isn't complete yet.
That too, because it's not like you can't pull shit back up straight from the phone damn company. But instead of waiting to hear what might actually be, let's just say, child, one of them white boys did it. They all guilty.
Flag on the plate. No, it hasn't even been complete. But look at the conclusions that the brain dead morons keep coming to. The joint forensic phone review is not complete. So what is this?
Yeah, didn't they just say that at the meeting the other day, that they both sides are looking at the phone at the same damn time? It's not true. It's not true. Shout out to Uncle Rick in the building. All data is recoverable. Exactly. That's why they be coming out with people that delete their wives or husbands and they go straight to their daggone history in the daggone computer. How to take out your wife.
That we should learn from this. Forensics first, conclusions second. they've inversed that, collapsed the categories, and they're like, no, we're going to draw conclusions first. And then if, the forensics prove that we were wrong, we're not going to retract. We're just going to act like that never happened because that's in the past. Just like so many of the Facebook posts that Ben Crump has already put up that have been debunked and proven. Has he gone back to correct the record? No.
No, just like that post he put up about the swimming pool at 1 a.m. He ain't come correct shit. And if I'm not mistaken, as of yesterday, it was still up because they're never going to admit wrong or they made a mistake. They don't say sorry. Nah, just let y'all continue to believe shit to get you all riled up. It is a fucking game, a grift, a hustle, and y'all fall for it every single time. But everybody else is the problem. While these people continue to get rich, deliver y'all's asses to the liberals, the progressives, and the Democrats, and y'all think that this is making a difference in black people's lives. How? Anyway,
he said we were just putting up posters. We had it. We hadn't vetted nothing. We hadn't vetted anything. They did that on purpose. They're trying to stoke the flames of racial hatred. This is all a part of the Democrat Party's midterm election interference strategy. I don't care if you're like, April, what evidence do you have of that? History. This is what they do. It's called pattern recognition.
With that being said, what more evidence? You literally just brought up his cell phone is missing. The young man says one thing and then goes back and the cell phone and the keys are found with him. What more evidence do you think is needed for the sheriffs and the investigators to say that there is suspected foul play in this case?
I think that the evidence that is needed to build on is already there. Have they brought these 3 young men in for questioning under oath? Have they gone through a search of fingerprints and other things on the cell phone? Either they are doing policing or they're doing covering up. And that is why Ben Crump and National Action Network and I got involved.
Fallacy number 4. Here's the claim. Either these people are policing or covering up. This is the false dilemma.
Al Sharpton has been doing this his whole damn life. Al Sharpton has been doing this his whole damn life. It's crazy. It's crazy. And enough black people just continue to follow this stupid ass path as he gets more money, more money, more money, more money. Y'all out here doing his job for him, doing his job for him. It's amazing to watch. It is amazing to watch.
Here's what the evidence shows. Mistakes, caution, or withheld details remain possible. No one is saying that it can't. 2 options were offered, but more exist. But Al doesn't want you to think about those. The only other option is, well, either they're policing or they got to be covering up something. You know nothing. The problem is they're probably not telling you everything because they don't trust you, because they've already seen how you've turned this into a daggone circus.
Reverend Sharpton, do you think race played a role in this case? We actually, on our TMZ live show, had one of Nolan's friends, a young African-American male, and we asked him the same question, and he felt uncomfortable to answer. He didn't want to answer the question. But with what we're seeing, like you said, Nolan was a young black man out on a boat with 3 white people, and the majority of the people on that island were white. Do you think race is playing a role in this case, and do you think race will play a role in the outcome of this case?
I will say this. I do not know that race played a role, but I do not know race did not play a role.
Fallacy number 5. Here's the claim. I don't know race did play a role. Then, dummy, you're arguing from ignorance. That's what this fallacy is called. Not disproved does not mean
April don't play no games.
Evidence supported. The burden is to prove, not to disprove. How are you making this illogical leap by saying, I don't know that race played a role, but I'm not ruling it out? You've already made the determination. You're arguing from ignorance. There have been no facts or evidence to point or support. In fact, more people have said, from the coach to his classmates to the people on the island, was like, I don't really understand why this is being.
Ignore all those people who happen to be black that are saying that they don't think that race is an issue or wasn't an issue in these people's lives. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Probably Jeff Metcalf called them all and said, child, this is what you do. All right, I'm trying to help you out. Allegedly. Don't believe those people. Only believe the people that you want to believe, but not the people who have some additional evidence because it doesn't fit your narrative, just like it's not fitting their narrative. So they just ignore it. Just ignore it politely.
It turned into something racially motivated, but you think that's going to stop the pro-woke black crowd from pushing that element? No. They needs it. They needs it.
Many of us feel that there were 3 black guys and a white kid was missing. They would have held them probably in custody and certainly had them.
Now let's go ahead and bring up some. If it had been, they always do that. But if it had But if the roles were reversed, child, playing like fiddles, child.
Seriously, under scrutiny on if it was the reverse, in our opinion. But the family has said they don't want to say race, but they don't want it taken off the table. How do we know? Particularly when you have a sheriff saying there was no foul play.
Here's the next claim. If the races were reversed, here it is. The goal is to make you think that no matter what you do, you are always just behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, and I don't get it. Why are all these black people still here since it's such horrible and being around all these white people? Child. Now, are y'all employers white? Is that what they doing where y'all go to work at? I'm just asking because, Ricky's scared to get into an elevator with all white people now. Y'all scared? Sounds a little low testosterone. No, it's low testosterone behavior. So all y'all with all this blind support for these people, are y'all gonna give up your jobs because you're supposed to be boycotting white people? Listen, you're either down for the cause or you're not. You're supposed to be boycotting white people. Give them jobs up. If you in the military, you working for Donald Trump, y'all need to quit. We love veterans around here, but y'all need to quit. Y'all, when Joe Biden was here, y'all should have been quitting under him. When you was under Clinton, y'all should have been quitting then. Boycotting white people. You didn't know, Quelly? Black's supposed to be boycotting white people now because TikTok said so because of this case. Oh, well, they're running them all together. Okay. Rick Chow with that baby in South Carolina, Carmelo, and now Nolan. So white people are taking black people out all over the place. Okay. Remember, you're supposed to be also boycotting Asians, but Nolan and his mom are Asian, partly Asian, but now it's okay to defend, try to help them. They ain't requesting no Asian help. You don't see no Asians out here cutting for them. You don't see no Asians out here over here supporting this and saying, yeah, and down for the cause. Black people be, I think the divestors call it, is it muling? Whatever they say. Well, I forget the word that they use. But just out here, down for every cause, out here wilding out, and ain't nobody gonna do that shit for you. I feel like they should be calling on the Asians. Where the Asians at? Because they're certainly, proud of their heritage. They certainly proud, and that's fine. They're proud of their heritage. I'm just confused as to why the blacks are upset with moi in April when you should be talking to the Asians, not me. I just said y'all ain't got no evidence to prove they're nothing. Y'all talking out of your ass. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's so cute. Shout out to Our Problems. Sent me the finger heart. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But y'all don't want to hear that. The trolls don't want to hear none of that. Just ignore what doesn't fit your narrative, just like Ben and Al want you to.
Can't never get no justice. Black man, that is. Because the deck is always stacked up against you. It's always some nefarious intent. Nothing's ever your fault. This fallacy is called the unproven counterfactual fallacy. Here's what the evidence actually supports. No properly matched comparison case is supplied. Imagined disparity is not proven disparity, meaning they can't point to any other parallel or apples to apples case that would prove that if the roles were reversed, this would be handled different. They have no evidence of it. They just say it. It's assumed. In the melanated-minded Marxist Negro's brain, this is how they think.
Ooh, child. Driller, thank you for the silver star. I appreciate you, hun. Shout out to those that are here, even the idiots that are here. Shout out to Saint Fan. I appreciate you, boo. He said, I'm waiting for him to speak on the gremlins that jumped the white 74-year-old man in front of the 7-Eleven in Baltimore. I know it will be a cold day in hell. Well, you already know. I have an update on that, but I don't know how much crime is down that I'm going to get to. It's already almost 3 hours, and I definitely want to get to the passport bro thing. I'll provide it either tomorrow morning or later because there's definitely an update. Shout out to you, boo.
You don't need evidence to support your assertion. You just say it, and you say it confidently too, and they'll believe it. Because logical, argumentation and saying, okay, well, what evidence do I have to support that? You don't need it. It's all from emotion. That's where it comes from. You don't need facts. No. Facts are tricky things.
Yeah.
The real unfortunate part is with this present administration in Washington, Donald Trump. You can't.
Oh, Lord, help your people, if nothing else, bring up Donald
Because
Trump.
Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist! Racist!
Oh my God, this is hilarious. This is so fucking predictable. It is so, so predictable every single time. And what is going to get Black people more riled up than anything these days? The mention of Donald Trump's name, who has absolutely not a GD thing to do with this. Well, take your sick ass on. Ain't nobody holding you hostage, child. Take your sick ass on. Go run up Al Sharpton's ass along with Ben Crump and continue to be grifted. Go ahead. We don't care. We do not care.
As we've said historically, whether it was from Abner Louima in the 90s to George Floyd a couple of years ago, we'll go get the feds. You can't get this Justice Department.
Number 7, the claim is you had George Floyd, you had Michael Brown, you had Breonna Taylor and the Louima guy. This is the fallacy of historical association. Where am I going? I'm just running away like a runaway train. I'm sorry, y'all.
Girl, me too. I be leaning too far this way. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened. I feel like I need a new chair. I got a new chair downstairs I haven't put together yet.
The evidence actually supports past cases provide no evidence in Nolan Wells's death.
That's to fan the flames of racism, but you can't tell nobody that. Wanda, thank you for the high five. I appreciate you, boo. Just go ahead and say it because that gets Black people all riled up. Child, always bring up Trump's name. When Trump goes out of office, are they still going to bring his name up?
But does that stop them from appearing to the historical association fallacy? No, because what it's designed to do is make
Thank you for the other high five, boo. I appreciate you.
you think about, oh, that poor George Floyd just whining and crying and groveling and begging for his mama while he is high with that white man's knee on his neck. It was shameful. Forget the fact. Y'all ain't gonna like, I know y'all don't like when I call him a crackhead criminal, but I'm not saying he deserved to die. What I am saying is that George Floyd succumbed to a fentanyl overdose on his own recognizance while committing a crime and resisting arrest. That is what happened. But no, they want you to believe that it was the white man's knee on his neck. That's why they're trying to invoke your emotions and get you all riled up from all of these cases that have been proven to not have had race as a factor. But typically it was a Black person committing crime where police were involved and it became a problem. And they turned it into a race hoax.
Do you see this as an isolated incident or something that's becoming a part of a larger pattern? We've started to see, I know it's a kind of a different case, but like Carmelo Anthony with the race and all of this stuff. Do you think that these situations where these young Black kids, I will say, teenagers, young adults, if you will, are hanging out with the majority of white people and then something bad happens to them and then all of a sudden nobody knows anything? Do you think this is an isolated incident?
I am beginning to see a pattern.
Here we go.
Now we're beginning. This is why y'all need to boycott Blacks. You're supposed to boycott white people now, okay? This is why.
Number 8, I'm beginning to see a pattern. What fallacy is this? Hasty generalization. So unresolved anecdotes cannot establish a trend.
Thank you, boo.
A pattern, thus it's kind of, by definition, a pattern requires data, not 2 headlines.
Not to Blacks. Not to Blacks. You don't need no data and statistics because they're bad, okay? Child, even with JPT, that heifer, she always talking about data and statistics and she don't even believe in them. So, you can't trust anything, child. Just trust in Al. In Al, y'all trust, not me.
But that doesn't stop Al. He's beginning to see a pattern. And we're like, you're just making a generalization on the basis of what? By what standard, sir, do you see a pattern? He doesn't. He's just saying it.
And I think that I hear parents in National Action Network, I hear parents that call my radio show saying, I'm telling my kids, don't go out with other people. People are just naturally becoming very apprehensive. And we shouldn't have to live like
Blacks, are y'all becoming apprehensive to be around white people? Bueller, let's take a poll. Blacks, everybody else just calm down. Blacks, are y'all scared? Because Al said he's seeing a pattern that Black people are scared to be around white people. Bueller, are y'all scared? See, the part that I don't seem to understand that you alleged men, not you sassy straights, the regular degulars, I'm talking about bitch ass men who are listening to this and say, yeah, Al. So you basically saying you pussy ass bitches. That's what you're saying. Lord forgive me, but I'm about to rant. Because y'all don't hear that. Because you love Al so much and you want shit to be so racist. This is what Ricky is saying. He's scared. He's scared. So y'all are scared as grown ass men? You are scared of white people? This your man's. This your man's. Here you go. These are the low testosterone men that are the real problem. This is why I don't listen to y'all. This is why I like masculine men. This is why I don't have any problem with men who I know saying, I don't think you should do this, because that's the protection that allegedly biatches want, but you don't want to listen to any man. You would rather listen to Funky Dineva and ABCD and down actual grown ass men who work. Let's not forget that, who work regularly and say that they ain't shit and don't want to have nothing to do with them until they're deceased or they're criminals. Then all of a sudden, everybody come out for y'all. But, you know, there are bitch asses, so that's what y'all are, then that's what y'all are. You're going to sit up here in 2026 after all this talk, after everything that the ancestors have done to bring you thus far, and y'all are going to say that in this day that you are scared of white people. Wow. After all this talk, after all these years, after everything that has happened, y'all, that's where y'all end up following Al and what's his name, because they said that there's a pattern, because they say that that's what's going on. Because Al Sharpton, the biggest race grifter since he was probably born. And Al, y'all trust. Well, you got it. Well, y'all got it. Okay. Now, as a woman, am I scared of white people? No. I'm scared of anybody that look crazy. I don't care if they white, they black, they male, they female. That's what I'm talking about. Philly boy, thank you for the gold coin, boo. And I will cross the street, and I have no problem with saying it. And I have no problem saying that I stereotype. I don't give a damn. Okay. But as a man, because men are supposed to be strong and the protectors, to say that you're scared of another man, well, y'all go right ahead. And these are the women that a lot of y'all get with, and that's why y'all had the problems that you do, because you're hanging out with a bunch of bitch asses. Shout out to Do Better Fiend in the building. Hey, boo. He said, for the messy red, thank you, hon. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. I live with them and we all the same, and bullshit happens in all communities. Listen, that's not, listen, and if you and Al we trust, then that's not the case, because he knows and he sees and he understands. You know, that's what he just said. And he been saying the same thing. Shout out to Kennard. He said, we love you, Michonne, for the good work you're doing for our people. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. And thank you for being here as always. But they're going to do what they're going to do. Girl, say it again. Say it again. Every day and twice on Sundays. Shout out to today being Sunday. Who did I miss? Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. Veterans. We like veterans around here. Shout out to the veterans. We appreciate you. These people don't even realize the reason they can run off at the mouth is because of our veterans. Gene Major, thank you so much for the Uncle Alert. I appreciate you. Wayne says, I know Rolly ain't scared of white people. He was locked in watching. Oh, no. He was locked in watching those white watching those white strut news on his laptop. Yeah, they don't want to talk about none of that, child. They don't want to remember none of that. Woo, Lord help your people.
And unless there is a signal sent from the justice system that do some real justice in these cases, they will only intensify people's fear of even having social settings with people of different races for their children.
Number 9, the claim, fear of interracial socializing. You know,
well, Al didn't have this issue with Serena. Al doesn't have this issue with Venus. Al and the rest of the color committee doesn't have a problem with Eve Kantanji. They don't have a problem with the white Don Lemon, like y'all said yesterday. They don't have a problem with them. They still allow them to speak. Do y'all see? I guess you pro-blacks and all of y'all that want to call names don't see that hypocrisy. But it's okay, and they big up when the black women marry the white man, or the gay is with a white man. Though that's okay. That's in the code. Tadisha, is that in the code? It's only a problem, one, if it's a black man with a white person or anyone else, or when they want to grift y'all and say that you got to boycott white people, so then you should be calling for the divorces for all these people, child. You need to be calling for the divorces of all these people who are married to white people and they're black. I know Dr. Umar been on business about that since the beginning, so Dr. Umar is right. Now y'all on the same page. So when are y'all gonna require, since y'all think that y'all got, not y'all, Al Sharpton and the rest of them, think that they can tell black people what to do? Are y'all gonna tell them black people that's married to white people that they need to get divorced now? Anybody, Bueller? Yeah, no. So y'all gonna still believe in these people and say that they really out here for the best for black people while saying this ignorant ass shit and then telling y'all that y'all gotta boycott white people? They then should back it up with, all you black people, you either divorce those people or we done with y'all. You either divorce those people or we done with y'all. And then there's no more blacks dating and marrying white people. Where that's at? Y'all not gonna require near nothing, but you blindly listen to this nigga.
You can't be too trustful. You better watch your black kids around them whites.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hatred and the division that he wants to sow.
Yeah.
The fallacy is called appeal to fear.
It's always the fear. That's why they now say that you can't hang around white people. You can't be around white people. And Ricky Smiley saying that he's scared of a bunch of white people in the elevator. So that's y'all's people. You better listen. You better do what they say. Stay in step and fetch. Stay in line. It's part of the code. I'm not on code. I'm Auntie Ruckus. I'm not on code because this stuff is stupid. But y'all over here scared of other men. Men that are scared of other men. Black men scared of white men. And y'all freely okay to say that shit. Very masculine. Stay the fuck away from me.
No general interracial danger has been shown in this case. These kids seem like they are very comfortable around one another, hanging out with one another all the time. They grew up together, been in school together with one another. The coach was like, no, like we don't really, he was like, in my experience, I've never even seen it. I mean, this was a big black burly coach. I mean, he like looked like he was homegrown Mississippi. He like, I've never seen that. I mean, he was a great kid. We're sad. Like all of the people they're talking to seem more interested in the fact that Nolan Wells is dead, but the racial grievance crowd keeps trying to bring in elements that have not been proven or established to make this about race. And people intimately connected in this boy's friend circle were like, no, we never saw evidence of that. Suspicion is being spread well beyond the evidence.
The real unfortunate part is with this present administration in Washington, Donald Trump. You can't even say, as we've said historically, whether it was from Abner Louima in the 90s to George Floyd a couple of years ago, we'll go get the feds. You can't get this Justice Department.
The Trump DOJ won't help. This, I knew he was going to pull.
Another bring up of Donald Trump, child.
Pull that Trump card. And this is what led me to believe him. And I'm going to show you Benjamin Crump. Both invoke the name.
The Bible says not to live in fear as well. But now black people act like they don't, read the Bible, and their grannies didn't tell them about the Bible. It's whatever floats their boat at the time. This is a leaf in the wind over here, over there. Nothing makes sense. But as long as Al says it, as long as Ben says it, and as long as a white person is involved, they're going to go ahead and believe it, child. Whilst then turning around and loving their idols or people who are rich, right? Who are married to white people, but forgetting that they just said that white people are bad and you're supposed to be boycotting white people now. All right.
Of Donald Trump in this local case, this is when I realized, I said, this is a part of the election interference strategy, because Trump, this is a local state issue that they have made national, and they are trying to insert Donald Trump into this. And he like, I ain't got nothing. What
Child, what about the fact that it's Jim Crow 2.0? I ain't heard that in a while. Is that not a thing anymore? I'm trying to see if she got anything else, any other points. It looks like it's over. But shout out to April Chapman though. What happened to Jim Crow 2.0 when they said that black people couldn't get IDs to vote and that's racist too? Did they let that go? Because I got an ID. I mean, I think you need an ID for most things, Social Security, birth certificate. So I just be a little bit confused by that. But they allowed them to say that it's Jim Crow, which I think is pretty ignorant. But, what do I know? Just allow them to say whatever the hell it is that they want to, right? All right, cool. Let me get to, we moving on, child. I'm done with this. Well, I'll do more crime is down either later or I'll do it tomorrow because I want to get to this passport, bro. So we totally changing gears right now, okay? Shout out to everybody that is here. If you got to leave, understood. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. We're moving on over to the passport bros, child, because this is Michael Alexander. And it says, my first Thai girlfriend, what a disaster, filmed on Insta360 Luna Ultra. I don't know what that means, but you put in the title, okay? So it looks like he has some trouble over in Thailand. Shout out to MTR, who's about to move over there, if I'm not mistaken. And I guess somebody may have taken advantage of you. So let's go ahead and hear what happened over here. Shout out to the passport bros. You know, that's a spies. Don't like that. So this is going to be a problem. Okay. I already know.
So I'm walking on the side of the building that I rent here in John TM. It's not really scenic or anything, but I just wanted to give like a different look, even though it's, more plain. And I wanted to talk about something that's pretty serious. And I made a video recently about Thai girlfriends. Or just, having a girlfriend rushing into things and stuff like that.
Hold on. You need an ID in Olive Garden? What the hell?
It's for the tip.
I don't go to Olive Garden, but what in the world? I wish somebody would say. Now, if you're using the credit card, they used to say that you need an ID to prove that your credit card was yours. All right, that's fine. You used to need an ID if you didn't sign the back of your credit cards because a lot of people don't sign them. I don't sign mine. So they will ask for ID. Now they don't give a damn because you tap and they said, fuck it. If there's fraud, you figure it out, right? Olive Garden. Y'all, now you make me want to go out to dinner. Not at the Olive Garden, though. Shout out to Five. Shout out to Wayne with another 5. He said, if you ain't at church, you bet not leave the chat. Uh-oh. Child, this thing. All right, I don't want to touch nothing because, the voice will come up and then okay, hold on. The voice will come up. And then that'll be a problem. Truth is, I'm tired. This thing is really going through it. All right, I'm going to have to turn it back on and turn it back off. Off and then back on. Anyway, shout out to Wayne. Thank you so much. Shout out to y'all. Come on, child. What is going on?
And there was a reason why I made that video. And I didn't disclose that during that video because I didn't want to at that particular time. But I'm going to do it now. And this might be a little bit longer of a video. I'm not sure how long it's going to end up being because there's a lot of stuff to this story. So I had my first Thai girlfriend was someone that was introduced to me by.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice. Now I'm not going to be able to not. Y'all, we are on to the passport bro now. We're done with all the other stuff. We're on to this passport bro failure. Okay, so if you're looking for any of the other stuff, we done with it. We already did it. You can do a rewind, a replay, a rewatch. We are on to passport pros. We got a lot to cover today. It's been 3 hours. Got another hour because I got to eat. I got to go eat soon. All right, so we're gonna listen to this to see what's going on and see what the failure is over in Thailand.
Another person, and this person that introduced me to this woman I ended up living with briefly was someone that I met last year, and then I saw her for a little bit. And she was actually a freelancer. Now, you're not going to hear me on this channel talk about that stuff often at all because I don't want to. And
wait, have y'all heard this story already? Because I'm about to fast forward a little bit because it's boring me. Have y'all heard this story already? It is 9 days old. I just came across it and I saw that MTR did a video on it.
I just don't. There's too many other channels talking about that. So I met her last year. I spent some time with her, and she was, to me at least, she was different than other
show a picture of her
women that I hung out with here. She seemed much more genuine of a person, and she was very affectionate.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't seem phony. It seemed real, right? So we spent some time together, like I said, last year, and then I went back to America. And I was in America for like 5 months, but I was in touch with her when I was there, and she's from an area that's like 4 hours outside of Pattaya. She wasn't a big fan of Pattaya when she was here working here. shortly after I.
What's Pattaya must be a place. What you see? Thank you for the gold coin. Pattaya obviously is a place in Thailand. I gotta start looking at Thailand. I'm going to Asia, y'all. Y'all want to go to Asia with me? We're going to Asia, okay?
Left last year. She stopped being a freelancer, and then she was working a regular job, making like 350 or 400 baht a day. So
all right, hold on. 350 or 400 baht a day. Google. 300 baht to USD is $8.92. It says that's a total of $8.92, which might be good in Thailand because Thailand is cheap from what I've been hearing, right?
So we would video chat and see each other when she was at work. So I know that's what she was doing at least part of the time. But she told
good job, she worked.
Told me she was no longer, doing the other thing. So then, and at that time she was actually still working in the Pattaya area. But then she ended up moving 4 hours away or so, where she's from, 4 or 5 hours away. And she told me that when I came back here, she would come see me. She would visit me. So then we lost touch for maybe about
fair use.
A month and a half or something like that. And the next thing I know, she got married.
All right, y'all, I gotta pay. What? Hold on. All right, y'all, I gotta pay attention. Y'all messing around with this ear. Hold on. So he went to Thailand. Yes, I'm ignoring y'all now. Okay. All right, it's getting good. All right, what happened?
Back here, she would come see me. She would visit me. So then we lost touch for maybe about a month and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, she got married. And hadn't talked about this man or anything. She married an American, twice her age. I mean, a lot of that happens here. And
so your girlfriend went and married somebody else. Your girlfriend went and married somebody else. Good. Y'all need to stop it. I'm trying to concentrate. Y'all ain't shit. Shout out to Reaper in the building. Thank you, hun. I appreciate you. Who is that picture of right there? I cannot with you. He said, Messi, she was a prostitute and he thought he could change her. Hello, everyone. Hit the like button in the other chat dealing with trolls. Shout out to you, boo. Appreciate you. It don't sound good so far. How the hell she just pop up and marry somebody else and she ain't mentioned the person twice her age? Now, that's what the heifers want to do here. So that's no different, right? No different. All right. So the part that's the problem is that she ain't mentioned the damn other man to him. Oh, by the way, Sha, I got married.
I've dated people much younger than me. And so.
How old do you think this man is? 68?
He's like twice her age, an American, and he has money. I mean, money, I guess, because what she told me is that, she has 2 children and he was.
Oh no, y'all going over there marrying single moms? Y'all going over to Thailand marrying single moms after all that shit that you give to the single moms over here? I know you effing lying. This what y'all doing? Oh, I gotta talk about y'all. Y'all already, child, y'all know I gotta talk about y'all. What the fuck? Y'all over there marrying single moms? I'm telling the sisters and the sisters, that's what y'all doing. He definitely sounds like a SIMP. Damn, 72? Good. She is Creatives is on timeout. She is Creatives is on timeout. I am ignoring you. I am ignoring you now. I'm ignoring.
Paying for their school, 300,000 baht for private school. He was paying for the apartment and everything else, and he was sending her, because he was traveling back and forth from America to here. Sorry about the dog barking here. He was paying sending an allowance to her of 100,000 baht per month.
Pause. All right. He was the man was sending her 100,000 baht a month, which is $2.97. Am I doing this right? How much is 100,000 baht in dollars? Oh, it's okay. It's $3,000. She was living the high life. She was living the high life, y'all. $3,000 a month in Thailand. He was doing the damn thing. Of course she married him. How much were you giving her?
Now, I've heard stories about allowances, high allowances, and, sponsors and stuff like that, but I had never heard a story involving that much money. So
3,000. I mean, I think 3,000 is a lot to be randomly given to somebody, but clearly he got the money, right? He well-to-do.
So she ended up getting married to the guy, I guess, 2 or 3 months after meeting him. And I think.
So it only takes y'all 2 to 3 months to go over there and marry somebody, but y'all won't marry these heifers here? Y'all ain't shit. You sassy straights, y'all been lying to me. Y'all ain't shit. You taking down single moms and you marrying them within 60 days. In 60 days and sending them $3,000 a month. Y'all ain't shit.
She might have plans of going to live in America with her children with him. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I found out about that. I ended up getting back here to Thailand, and we were in touch a lot. Okay, quite often.
Wait, how are you in touch with her? She married somebody else. Hold on, I can't deal with y'all and listen to him.
Children with him, I'm not sure. But anyway, so I found out about that. I ended up getting back here to Thailand, and we were in touch a lot. Okay, quite often.
In touch a lot and quite often. And child, can you do something about this shirt? Listen, all right, let me focus.
And she wanted me to move to her hometown because she thought I'd be happier there.
How's she married to somebody else telling him that he should move somewhere? And why is he still talking to her? She married somebody else. What is going on?
Then in the Pattaya area. And so she kept trying to convince me to come visit her and see what it's like there, to see if I would like to live there. You got to really watch traffic around here. So she was also trying to set me up. The weird thing is, the first time she tried to set me up, she tried to set me up with her mother.
I'm about to shut this shit down. I am about to shut this shit down. The girl went marry somebody else. She a single mom. She's trying to set your ass up with her mama. With her mama. What kind of shit is going on over there? DeMarcus, thank you for the red card. I appreciate you. This is what y'all doing? Passport Bros? Passport Bros, this what y'all doing? This what y'all running to? Who can I run to? Oh my God, what the fuck?
I was like, that was a curveball. I was like, I would totally feel uncomfortable with that. Forget about that.
I would totally feel uncomfortable with that. Why are you talking to her? Stonewall with the laughing disco. Thank you, boo. Why are you talking to her? I thought everything was wonderful over in Thailand. There's so many options. There's so many women. There's so many women. And y'all got so much money. Bot to US, US to bot. And you over here doing this shit? I'm going to assume this is a real story.
The fact that her mother is much older, it's just the fact that I had been with her before physically. And I just, that was weird to me. So.
So this man was not only with the woman physically, we know what that means. She went and married somebody else, wants him to come live where she lives, is trying to pawn off her mama.
This is amazing.
Trying to pawn off her mama. I feel like those so many red flags that are flagging, and he just not having it and seeing it. This sounds desperate, y'all. This is definitely SIMP, but it sounds desperate on top of it. If there's so many women that are available. So hold on. So then that means that allegedly, are the Thai women no different than the women here in the US of A, except for they're feminine and more submissive. So I guess that makes a difference. As long as they're feminine and more submissive, they can try to take advantage of you. Is that what y'all are saying? Listen, don't get mad at me. I'm sitting here listening to what this man says. He said it.
This is amazing.
I'm just analyzing what the hell it is that he's saying. He said, I don't want no woman older than me. Her mama older than me. Is that the only reason, sir, that you didn't want her, because she was older than you?
I was like, yeah, no, I don't think.
Yeah, she want to keep the money in the family, child. She said, if my mama can get your money and my husband got his money, then we gonna be on the up. They're gonna be up.
So then it was like maybe a month and a half later, 2 months later, she asked me if, let me show you some of the area here.
Oh, we don't care.
So she asked me if I had found.
Oh, that's nice, though. It looked like the Caribbean.
Found a Thai girlfriend yet, and I said no. So she wanted to introduce me to her cousin.
This gonna take a minute, y'all. I'm telling you right now, I cannot get. This gonna take a minute. Now she want to pawn him off on the cousin. Child, I wonder what the husband had to say. Oh, he probably was back in the USA just sending money. So this is what happens when y'all back home, they over here plotting and doing shit.
And her really close cousin, I guess they grew up in the same house together and stuff like that. So she wanted to introduce me to her cousin, and she sent me a photograph. And then that same day, she put me in touch on WhatsApp with her cousin. And so we started talking that day, and it was close to my birthday, actually. Very close to my birthday. I don't really get my
What a birthday present, y'all.
birthday out. And so she actually took off of work and she came to visit me, and she worked or lived maybe 45 minutes or an hour away from me. So I thought that was, like a really cool thing for her to do. So she came over and we hung out for like the day, and we had fun. We watched movies.
Y'all, gentlemen, sassies, passport bros, if any of y'all are here, are y'all gonna let your wife go hang out with another damn man that she used to sleep with so they can watch movies and hang out and watch TV? Bueller. Sassies, are y'all gonna let your wife go with another man that she used to sleep with while they go watch movies and hang out while she's trying to get him to date the cousin so she wasn't loyal to the cousin or the husband, in my opinion, allegedly? This what y'all going over there for? This what y'all doing? Woo! Desperate times, desperate measures, I guess. Netflix and chill in Thailand. Woo! And he's going along with it, y'all. Everybody can't do this, y'all. And clearly everyone can't do this. This is crazy. This is freaking ridiculous. Excuse me. Shout out to Reaper for another 5. He said 304 is looking out for 304s. So the mama 304 too? Or would that be considered trafficking? Hit the like button. I don't know what this is considered. This is crazy. This is a crazy ass story, y'all. And he putting this out here on the internet. Congratulations, sir. I appreciate you, but Lord help your people. Lord help your people. Shout out to Wayne Lundy. I appreciate you, honey. He said, being the true Stephen A. Smith that I am. Is that Stephen A. Smith? Oh, Sassy Straight. It's not his fault. He needs us to donate so we can get him back to the States. Save a simp fund. All right, it's not working. That's the only button working. So he's a save a simp. Y'all gonna save him? Do we need to open up a GoFundMe for him so he can get some money, child? Y'all can help this man out, because, child, this is crazy. This is crazy. Shout out to my fave. He said his Thai ex. Oh, God, I can't. His Thai ex, Rio was a black man. Like, yeah. Y'all got money. Y'all got money. But listen, y'all over here, goodbye. I'm about to time you out, She Is Creators. I am about to time you out. I don't even remember what I was about to say. You are a mess today.
Stuff like that. We kissed a little bit. I'm not going to get, but that was it.
Oh, no. You cheated on a fellow passport bro. Oh, no. So ain't no loyalty among the passport bros? You hoes ain't loyal? Oh, no.
A really cool thing for her to do. So she came over and we hung out for like the day. And we had fun. We watched movies, stuff like that. We kissed a little bit. I'm not going to get, but that was it. And we just there was like a spark and there was some chemistry with her, right? Now, the cousin, right? Not the one that introduced me to her, but the new one, the one I ended up with briefly.
So you started off with a cousin and got introduced to her, and then she went and married somebody else. She wanted to introduce you to her mama. Then she introduced you to the cousin, and you dealing with the cousin. She's married. You over there kissing her. This is better than Young and the Restless.
She works at a restaurant. I won't say her name. I won't say anyone's name or places where they work.
Don't.
Or even where they live.
Don't.
As you can tell.
Don't.
So she works at a restaurant, and she works 6 days a week, and she works literally like 12-hour shifts. So basically, go to work sometimes at 8:30, 9 in the morning, and wouldn't get home until 11 o'clock if she came directly from work. Sometimes she'd end up going to work at 11 and then coming back at 11 at night, but always at least 11 p.m. she would be home. But typically she'd be gone 14, 16 hours a day. So
I bet.
I had the bright
idea. She was busy.
Idea, and it was not a bright idea at all, of having her move in with me. I thought it was safeguarded because I'm the only one on the lease. So if it didn't work out, I could ask her to leave. And my logic at the time was, at least we'll see each other, So it might be when she gets off.
Did he forget she was married? Hiram! You on the timeout list too.
Work, I stay up, we go to bed together, we wake up together, and she goes straight to work. And that's what it was when she was home. Basically, she'd get home, take a shower, say 2 words to me, and then unfortunately get on her phone, and then go to bed. So she moves in with me, right? On her day off, we don't spend the day off together. I thought it was a little bit weird. She has a friend help move her in, and I took them to dinner. The very next day, now we're just getting to know each other. She's just moving in, and this is the first red flag. And I didn't know any red flags. I just should have ended it much sooner than it ended.
Yeah.
So the next day, she actually gets home from work.
This is the first red flag, whatever he about to say.
This is day 2, right, of living together. She gets home from work at like 8 o'clock, which is early, and she goes, I want to go out with my friends. Now, I didn't want to seem controlling in any way whatsoever. She just like asked me permission, and I said, okay.
This does not sound feminine to me.
Even though I was a little bit annoyed because, she just moved in, and she wanted to stay out until like 1, and then I think we agreed. She said she'll be back by midnight, and she got back around midnight that night. All right, but it was a red flag. And after that, the next thing that happened was that she said that they had some maintenance work that needed to be done at her shop. And
I bet
her and a coworker, sorry guys, loud around here, a lot of motorcycles. Her and a coworker, they would be staying at the shop all night or until the work was done. And
they're gonna be staying all night till the work is done, child. I bet they are.
She would send me pictures of her by the time clock, showing what time it was and that she was actually at work and not doing something else, right? Because I thought it was odd. I never met anyone who had to stay overnight at a restaurant at work, a waitress or something, because maintenance needed to be done. It's very unusual, right? So that was another one. And then I was told that she had to go around an hour away from where I live, or we live, hour and 5 minutes away or so, to do some training at a different location, and she would be gone for 2 nights. And I was really highly suspect of that. So we got...
This is where the suspicion finally comes in. Okay.
Into, a little bit of an argument about it, or discussion, tiny bit of a heated discussion about it.
Wait, y'all, what side of the road you supposed to be on? I thought y'all was on the right side of the road based off of what we do. Wait, no. Child, Paul, thank you for the GGs. I think that's what that says. Thank you, boo.
And then she went, and of course, when she was there, she wouldn't pick up the phone. Wouldn't pick up the phone. This is something that was commonplace with her. Just wouldn't pick up the phone. I tried to video chat her, even when she wasn't at work, wouldn't pick up the phone. Then she sent me a photograph. Instead of picking up the phone, said she's about to go to bed, and she sends me a photograph of 1/2 of a bed. Like literally, 1/2 of a bed.
Passport bros, is this what y'all are doing? Passport bros, is this what y'all are doing? Passport bros, is this what y'all are doing? I thought y'all was going to get married. Y'all want to get married. Oh, he definitely wants this girl, though. He definitely wants this girl. I guess he forgot that she was married. Wow. And he's supposed to be dating a cousin. Wow. She tried to pimp you to her mom. Wow. Now she got to spend the night at a restaurant for work. Oh my God. Passport bros, y'all better go help your mans, because this is crazy. This is crazy. Reaper, I appreciate you, boo. He said what most of these dudes are dealing with is the girlfriend experience. Shout out to Trindad. They will play the role to get a simp's funds. Watch out, Messy. He can hear you talking about him. Also, he is a dumb simp. He put this mess out here. Listen, first of all, fair use. But second of all, he put this mess out here. He want people to know. I'm helping 45,000 people to know what they missing over here in it's Thailand, right? Over in Thailand, child. Wow. Wow. Shout out to the Passport bros.
So, of course, in my mind, I'm thinking stuff, right? Of course I would be. So that happened. Then the next thing that happened was she wanted to go. The next thing that happened actually was the following week. This is supposed to be a one-time thing with the training. The following week, she told me that she told me this. She got home at 11 o'clock at night, and she tells me that the next morning she has to travel to the same location and cover at that restaurant. Not training. She has to work there because they're short on workers. And that she would be gone for 2 nights. But when we were talking about it, she was flip-flopping. She said 3 nights instead of 2 nights. At first she said 2 nights, and then I asked what day you would be back, and it ended up being 3, but then she flip-flopped and said no, it'd be 2. So she ended up being gone for 3 nights because that was the original plan. And of course, she doesn't pick up the phone when I call her at all. And
Child, she was busy opening and closing the restaurant.
I barely hear from her. Now, of course, I should have thrown her out. you know, respectfully. I should have went, you need to move. Please find something as soon as possible. Give her like a week, because you can get, especially Thai people, I'm sorry, you can get
You can go with her mama.
a room out here pretty inexpensively, really quickly. Within a day, you can rent a room out here, if you're Thai in particular. And maybe if you're a foreigner. So
she was saving money from the $3,000 she getting from her husband too. Don't forget that, y'all.
She so she got back, and this of course caused a lot of discourse between her and I. So she got back, and then I think it was like a day later, another incident what she did too is it was her day off. She only had one day off per week. It was a Wednesday. And so that was the day we're supposed to spend together. So yeah, she got back from Rayon. Oops, I said the town, but it doesn't identify her. She got back from there, and she slept in the morning, and then she slept until like 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, I thought he said she slutted.
We're spending the whole night together, right? So then she wants to have a steak dinner. So I took her to this restaurant that I like a lot. I'll give the restaurant
Joe, why are you taking her to dinner after all this?
a plug. It's Robin Hood. It's in Central Patio. I took her there. I had like fish and chips, which is like 500 baht, 550 or something like that. And she wanted steak. The dinner ended up costing 2,100 baht with tip. Expensive dinner for Thailand.
Hold on. Let's do 2,800. I think you said 2,800 baht. Oh, baht to USD. BAHT. We be leering, y'all. We be leering. So 2,800 baht. Oh, it's $83. That's expensive for Thailand, y'all. She wanted the good stuff.
Her steak was most of it. And so during the dinner, let me give you some more scenery. During the dinner, she informs me that she had some packages delivered to her old room, not our apartment, her old room, and that she needs to go there to pick up the packages. So I said, okay, I'll go with you. She objected to it big time, over and over again. Didn't want to inconvenience me and all this other crap. Now, we finished dinner at around 5 o'clock. And of course, I was annoyed. I was upset because, of course, I felt like I got used for an expensive dinner. She didn't tell me about it until after I'd already ordered. So it was planned. It was very manipulative.
No, you think?
And so that evening, she didn't get back home until 10:30 at night. And told me that the packages were delivered at 7:30. But then she went to get a bite to eat, something to eat, and then didn't get back until 10:30 at night, right? So, of course, it's all shady behavior, incredibly shady behavior. All right? So now, of course, I think she's up to something. And, of course, I thought she was up to something long before that, but I just, for some reason, didn't kick her out. I didn't kick her out.
Wait, you asked her, you said you was going to tell her to leave and give her a week, so you didn't follow through? Come on now.
I don't even know if I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because, look, I'm not an idiot. All right? It's all shady behavior. It's all unusual, and it's all rapid fire. So the next incident, and these incidents come sometimes 2 or 3 days apart. The next incident is the 3-day stay. And I think I talked about that before, the 3-day stay. She gets back and she sleeps. She gets back from her 3-day stay. Actually, she goes to work again. She gets home and she tells me that there's a party that she wants to go to. She gets home a little bit early that day. There's a party, her girlfriend's birthday party, and she wanted to go. Now, she spent almost no time with me, right? Almost no time. Now, she's living in my apartment, which I'm overpaying for rent-free and utilities-free, you know, because I just made it that way. And she's also getting a small allowance of 10,000 baht per month.
So you giving her money, or was that the other dude that was giving her money? Hold on, I forget. We know the other guy, it equates to the $3,000. Or it's $300. So he's giving her $300. Yeah, the other guy was giving her 100,000 baht. So that is the $3,000. So then he's giving her $300 on top of the $3,000. Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Wayne Lundy. He said this sassy would have said story time before and put us through this biatch ass ish. This is definitely a story time, and a time was had by her. Okay, she was cleaning up.
So, and I know some of you guys are totally against allowances. I thought it might be fair. I'm not even saying it's a good idea to give your girlfriend an allowance or not. It's not 100,000 baht. I'm poor.
It's amazing. Let me go find out if I can get an allowance, y'all. I'll let y'all know how that goes.
So she goes out and she gets dressed, right? And you know, and I'm upset about it. And we're having a discussion and an argument. And she gets dressed and then she puts on this skimpy outfit. It looks like a burger outfit. And I couldn't believe it. I had never seen it before. I'd never seen her dressed like that before or anything. And then she said she'll wear jeans. And I was like, yeah, you're going to take the jeans right off when you get to the club. So that evening, she's supposed to be back by 3 a.m., which is late when you have a girlfriend. That's late, okay? For either you're someone's boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, wife, And you're out to 3 a.m., that's kind of late when you're with someone. So she's not home at 3. She's not home at 3:30. You know, when someone's supposed to come through the door, you're not going to wake you up. It's hard for you to sleep. So she's not home, but then she sends me video of her dancing. I can't tell if she has the jeans on because it's from the waist up, but I'm sure that she doesn't. Then around 4:15, she sends me another video of her dancing, right?
Look where I'm at and you're not.
So I can't sleep. I'm up. She gets home at 7 a.m. Yeah. 7 a.m. And I know, how could you possibly not have thrown her out by then? But I didn't. I kept giving her a break and thinking the worst, of course, right? So the next thing that happened that was, and there's a lot of selfish behavior in between by her, like a lot. Like she won't do anything. She won't clean up after herself. She won't clean the shower, even though she's...
Hold on. So is she not over here doing all the cleaning that y'all said that they was doing, that they was happy to do and catering to your every need?
It's for the tip.
What is going on? And goodbye, Dusty Struggles. He does. Goodbye. Y'all ain't shit in the chat today, okay? Y'all ain't shit. But she ain't even cleaning. She ain't even holding up her end of the bargain. She collecting $3,000 here, $300 there. You supposed to have been dating her cousin. You supposed to marry her mama. I wonder if they still only kissing. Probably, because she ain't ever here, because she busy. She busy. Thank you, Boo. He says, shh. Now Siobhan is talking about an allowance to God look like giving her some more of her money. Stay sassy. Shout out to Siobhan.
Taking 2 a day when she is home and in there for an hour at a time. Won't clean her hair up. Won't clean the shower. Won't do anything. So, and by the way, if it comes off like I'm complaining, I'm not complaining. I complain to her. I'm not complaining to you. I'm just telling my story, hoping that someone can learn something from it.
Can anybody learn something from this, Bueller? Shout out to Snuggles in the building. Can anybody learn anything from this, Bueller?
So what happened is then the next big incident was, and I'd always get like so loud on this road, guys. Sorry. I always get like almost no notice when she's supposed to go out of town. It would be,
You think, I thought he was talking about the original woman. I think he's talking about the original woman. I don't think the man is here. I don't think the husband is here. Either way, it's still crazy. Either way, he's still crazy. This still don't make no sense. This still don't make no sense. But he was definitely on the couch with the married woman, kissing. He definitely was doing that.
the next morning or that night. So then I get a text from her like at 7 o'clock in the evening, 6:37. She's at work and she's like, they're now making me go to their other location in Bangkok for 2 days. Say, no, now they got another location in Bangkok. Do you work at McDonald's? It's not McDonald's. And so she said,
all right, my bad. All right, it's the cousin. It's still crazy. Now she not cleaning up. Now she not cleaning up her hair. She ain't cleaning up after herself. She out here on what do y'all call it, on the road? What is it called? On the blade? Is it on the blade? He out here on the blade, allegedly.
And they're giving us a car to come home. I'm going to come home and change clothes or grab some clothes. And I'll only be gone 2 nights, right? How many nights is she gone? 6 nights. She's gone for a week. Like an entire week. I don't kick her out still, but I am definitely upset, right? Now, another mistake that I made, right? And it's a simple mistake. And if you watch other videos that I've made, that is only something that I would refer to about my behavior. I don't like the word, but I will call myself that when I made those type of mistakes, but I will not call anyone else that. So anyway, simple behavior by me. So I don't kick her out, but there's...
All right, he acknowledges, y'all. He acknowledges.
There's a gift that I purchased for her, like a fool. When she moved in, she had an old iPhone. So I bought her an iPhone. Now, I wasn't going to do it, and I talked to a couple of friends, and I still did it. So I bought her an iPhone 17 Pro Max. So it was a penny. It was like 50,000 baht, right? And it was a conditional gift, which I thought would work. And basically the condition was we have to be together a certain amount of time. I'm going to let you use this, but before you open this, you have to agree to that.
Oh, y'all putting down rules like this over there in Thailand, y'all? I get your phone, but we got to be together for a certain amount of time. Y'all over there putting down rules like that? Shout out to what do y'all want? Feminine and fit women so that they can take advantage of y'all like this?
dumb behavior by me. Of course, she's going to agree to it. I mean, the last time some idiot like me bought her a phone was 5 years previous because she had an iPhone 12. So of course she's going to agree to it, right? And of course she's dishonest.
Watch your mouth. Ain't nothing wrong with an iPhone 12. I just got rid of mine. We're not going to sit up here and talk about iPhone 12s like I'm living over here in Thailand, child. I had an iPhone 12 up until a few months ago because I didn't want to pay for no fucking new phone. Maybe some of us are just fiscally fit, sir. Don't be talking about the iPhone 12. That shit was working just fine. Now I got whatever the last one is. Don't come for me. I am offended. I am offended talking about iPhone 12.
So she's going to agree. And of course, she's going to do everything she can to continue the behavior. And what she would also do a lot, right? Her and her cousin both was gaslight. Gaslighting is a big thing with people who are doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, right? And they turn it around and they put it
Wow, gaslighting
on you. So she was doing a lot of gaslighting. You must have trust issues and this. And I was accusing her of lying and not being a good person because of all the stories about all the days that she was gone and what she was doing and claims that she wasn't doing these things, which would be typical of this type of behavior anywhere in the world. But in Thailand, definitely. So a lot of gaslighting by her and her cousin, who I was close to. And then it became a rift between us where I ended up blocking her because she's very close to her cousin. She knows what she's like exactly. And with the iPhone thing is, my fault I bought it. Let me say it again. My fault I bought it is.
Did he say my fault I bought it? What is he saying?
After we were together a couple of days or so, I get a text from the cousin, you know, with a picture of an iPhone stating that you should get her this or something. My husband gave me this when we started dating. And so obviously it was a manipulation. She acted like she didn't know anything about it, but you know, they were working in tandem. But once again, my fault. So anyway, so what happens when you do something like that is you put yourself financially behind the 8 ball. Behind the 8 ball. Because part of the reason that I did not kick her out is because I didn't want her to leave with that phone. No way. I wanted to factory set that phone and sell that phone. And
so the hard line comes in by a phone that costs a penny. All right, it's not working. So the problem is the phone that cost a penny. That is the big. Doesn't sound like something a 17-year-old would say.
Get something out of it because she's not genuine whatsoever, right? So the phone became an issue. And the phone became an issue with me because I'm like, how much money am I losing in this relationship? Well, the phone is a huge chunk of it at that point, right? The allowance is $10 a month, right? I think I ended up giving her $13,000 worth of allowance by the time she was out, okay?
Her allowance was about wait. Based on the recent exchange, 13,000. No, how much is 13,000? $386. $386.
I gave her 10 and I gave her an advance to go visit her family. So the next big thing that happened after that is she was going to visit her family. I was actually initially supposed to go, but because I was accusing her of being a liar, it became problematic for me to go on that particular trip, right? And I was nice and I was sweet and I had bought her mom a gift and I gave her the gift to give to her mom, even though I wasn't there, which I shouldn't have done. And I also gave her like $3,000 baht, like advance. She wanted more, but I said no to that. And so she went to go visit. She was supposed to only be gone 4 days. She all of a sudden claimed that her father was gravely ill. Not a sick buffalo, sick dad. Said he was gravely ill in the hospital, needed surgery, all this stuff, right? It just kept getting worse and worse, right?
Oh, they need some money for that too?
And of course, if I thought it was real, I would have like real compassion, but I don't believe anything. So she's supposed to be gone 4 nights. Second night she's gone, I'm trying to confirm how long she's going to be gone. She won't answer. She won't answer. And that's because she intended on being gone longer. Well, she ended up being gone 9 nights. She was away 9 nights. So when she got back, I didn't let her in at first, but you know, I ended up letting her in because she did live there. I didn't know where she was going to be sleeping that night, etc. But I did secure the iPhone. I secured it, I put it in my safe, and I was like, no, you're not getting this. This was a conditional gift. This costs a lot of money, and you've been doing nothing but lying to me since the beginning, right? And then so that day, she was upset. She went to work without her phone, and she said she couldn't communicate with anyone, and you know, the sob story and all this garbage, right? So she came back, and believe me, I wanted her out. You can imagine, I really actually did. I just didn't take action. You gotta take action. It's not enough to want something to happen. You have to make it happen.
Make it happen.
So I'm talking to myself.
Shout out to Mariah Carey. Make it happen. Shout out to Lively Cuts. Appreciate you, boo. That's the only button that's working. Thank you. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the members. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you for the gold coin, Boo. Lively Cuts, I appreciate you. Child, this is just ridiculous at this point. Just ridiculous.
And anyone who can learn from this. So anyway, what happened was, so I gave her the phone the next day to go to work. Then she came back and she had this huge attitude. Now, she was always cold. She was
no, not a Thai person. No, not an attitude. No. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This is the woman of your dreams. You putting up with all this? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Lord.
Always dissing. She was not interested in me at all. She got involved with me as a grift. She got involved with me as a scam. She got involved with me because her cousin probably said, hey, look, this guy had a thing for me and whatever else, and I'm gonna introduce you to him and get what you can get from him.
You think, sir? Now he knows. Wow. So you shouldn't be talking to her cousin no more either. She got her man. I'm sure she over there being fit, feminine, and wonderful and cleaning up her hair and all the other stuff. Thank you, Boo. He said donate at saveasassy.com. We need to get him and his own. He wanted that phone and his old iPhone back. Make it happen. Make it last forever. You can learn from him. Y'all can learn a lesson from him. Absolutely.
This is amazing.
Absolutely. This poor thing. It's not his fault. He didn't know. I'm being facetious. It's not his fault. Oh, it's all his fault. Now he trying to teach y'all lessons. Okay. Just in case y'all needed to know. Shout out to the Passport Bros. Whoever said that, I can't believe that he put this up. I cannot believe that this man put this shit up. I cannot believe he did this.
And backtracking to the cousin, the problem with the cousin is that I put her on a pedestal and I forgot how I met her. I put her on a pedestal thinking she was different and I completely forgot how we met. So I'm in trouble and they're gaslighting me because I'm accusing her of doing things.
Are you going to tell us how you met her?
Like possibly being a freelancer because of her behavior, right? And they're like so insulted by that. So insulted by that, right? And it's like, wait a minute, but your cousin was doing that very work less than a year ago. So, but the one I'm with couldn't possibly do what a cousin was doing. So, long story short, and I did warn you, and I hope someone gets something out of this. I really hope you get something out of this because, see, I'm hard-headed, and that has bitten me in the butt many times in life, right? And I don't think it's too late to change, no matter how old you are, and I'm trying to change. You know, you can try to be a nice guy, but there's a huge difference between being a nice guy and being a moron.
Oh, well, there's a good spot to end it. I'm going to just say that probably was a good place to end the damn show because, woo, that's like a soap opera and a half, y'all. Wow. Well, he's here to help y'all, okay? He's here to help y'all. Shout out to the Passport Bros. Hopefully this is not the norm, but y'all, if y'all see anything else, you send it to me. This is crazy. I can't even believe he put this up either. I don't get it. But it's to help y'all. Hopefully it helps y'all. Hopefully y'all learned something today. I'm going to Asia. This is what I've learned. I'm going to Asia because I got to see what's going on. I'm putting that on the list for 2027, y'all. I'm going to Asia. Now, I don't know where in Asia. Clearly, I got to go to Thailand, see if I can see around here, who's there, and maybe I could get some direction while I'm there from one of these men. But that story was wild, but that was a good way to end the show. These buttons don't even work. I got to fix that. Anyway, good times, y'all. Almost 4 damn hours. That is plenty. Shout out to y'all if you made it this far. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that donated today. Shout out to Lawrence, stream sponsor, with 100. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button for me if you haven't subscribed. If you are new, I don't know about later tonight now. It's already 2 damn o'clock and I got to eat. We'll see. But have your notifications on. We definitely back at it in the morning for show early by 6:30 a.m. because we got to roast Generation Z because that's what we do around here. If you Z and you're sensitive at all, this is not the place for y'all, okay? Because I'm Auntie Ruckus at the end of the damn day and child, I be riling people up. But y'all, please, again, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.